Hello, I'm DFW's own Danny Balis, letting you know that you are about to hear a free podcast of The Dumb Zone. But if you'd like to subscribe at dumbzone.com, you will get 4 shows per week, plus the weekend wrap-up and any bonus epis like our Business Wednesday interviews. Oh, you'll also get our DZ TV archives. Again, that's dumbzone.com to subscribe. Now, on to today's program.
The Dumb Zone.
Don't, if your mom has dementia, don't watch Is It Cake?
Is she always right?
Yeah, it's just like the never ending.
Yeah,
well,
that's
is that cake? Like, that's the point. We don't know. We're trying to figure that out. What is this cake?
Sup, ho?
I just had to do a picture. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No big deal.
People want to.
I'm pretty sure I heard you want to get a picture from someone, and it wasn't him.
Oh, really? Do you want a picture with me? I have a Sharpie.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys. Happy Friday. Huh? Hey, Danny, sit down.
Happy Friday to you too, Dave.
We're live streaming today. We're at the Haas Moto Museum.
Incredible.
Danny Balis is here.
Sup, D? Sup, Jay?
It is a big day in Big D.
Sup, B?
It's Friday.
Here it is, folks.
Yeah.
Fair Lease in Argyle. Fair Lease Navidad. Drive now, pay later. Fair Lease Navidad.
Okay. You've upped the ante. I like it.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, this place is insane. Absolutely insane.
We got brews out here.
Oh, yeah. Brews and brews. Dude, they have a coffee place called Moto Coffee. It's a coffee bar that's just a sidecar on a motorcycle.
Is that the Dolphins coach?
What?
I
We're just
didn't,
partying out here. So wait.
I mean,
the
hey,
coffee bar.
I didn't quit that.
Forrester? Is that what was his name?
The coffee bar is in the motorcycle sidecar, like where Barney Fife used to sit.
Yeah.
Sick reference, bro.
Yeah. Like and subscribe for more 50s comedy humor from Dan. Yeah, it's like a full coffee setup. He's got a pressure thing and fridge, and he drives it out here. Moto Coffee.
It's called Moto Coffee.
Yeah. It's a lot of motorcycles, man. It's a lot of them.
According to my copy points, this is a gearhead's dream come true.
Can confirm. That's me. The gearhead. It is. It's my dream.
Hey, look who else is here. Jared Sandler.
Wow.
Yay.
What's up, guys?
Who invited him?
Great question. I just tend to show up. You can't get
He's
rid of
got
me.
a laptop and everything.
Just in case. We might talk a little betting. I want to make sure I got the most up-to-date lines.
TV's Jared Sandler, folks.
Hell yeah.
That is TV's Jared Sandler.
Are
New
you-
Rangers thing coming to your phone this summer, right?
Yeah.
What's going on with the Rangers?
Jake, I was just fired up earlier this week. Jake said he's going to be a big baseball guy this year. He's going to know what'd you say? All the storylines. He said something like that. Like,
I'm joining him here.
It's going to be a big year for baseball on the Dumb Zone, period.
Yeah.
I think so. Are you going to do anything different now that you're on television? Like get facials or... I'm serious.
Oh.
Like take care of your skin in a different way or something so that now that you're not
Are
like
you intimating
Are these
that
like
he
the
needs
Jeremy
to?
Piven facials you guys were talking about yesterday?
No, just are you
Okay.
going to use like a glow? Like
Well, I don't think he's had a carb in 4 months. You can't tell.
That is true.
I
don't know how I could get any hotter when it comes to Jared Sandler.
That has been said by no one ever. Yeah, people love a little 5'7", got a big nose. I guess I'm gonna have to like do my hair on a daily basis. I would show up to the ballpark, and Emily Jones would look at me and just be like, "You didn't do your hair today, right?" And I'm like, nope. She's like, all right, well, you're on radio. It doesn't really matter. And I think I'm going to have to figure out how to do the makeup on the forehead because I've got a big forehead that gets shiny.
Ooh.
So I was told that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not big TV guy. Like, it's not like
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to disrupt the TV scene. That's what we're going to do.
Into space?
Yeah.
Disrupt the space.
I'm bringing radio to TV.
I don't think it's fair that she could just go commenting on your
I know.
book.
What if you were
but
like,
if
yeah.
turn the
sexist, yeah.
tables, all of a
Yeah.
sudden she'd be like,
Yeah,
I know her.
yeah, exactly.
Always quacking
Playing-
about something.
Playing both sides of the fence.
Yep.
Emily, both sides of the fence, Jones.
Do they have a crew that does that stuff for you?
So-
like hair and makeup?
It's funny.
yeah.
Hamu?
So one of my first,
Okay.
I did games.
That's good.
I did Dave Raymond took off the series in St. Louis last year, and during that series, Joe Buck had his big come back to St. Louis and do a TV game. And it was a whole big deal. And the broadcasts in St. Louis, they take that stuff really seriously because of the history. And I went into the bathroom to try figure out how to put that stuff on my forehead. And Joe Buck walks in, and he made some. I mean, he was a really nice guy, but he laughed. He's like, He's like, oh, you don't have someone who does that for you? And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
Joe, you don't realize how low on the totem pole I am.
Well, the good news is you didn't get addicted to hair plugs by using Joe Buck's guy.
That
yet.
is true.
Can't
Yeah,
stand.
not yet.
That is the most insane celebrity story that we just glossed over. Like, oh, he had rehab. He was dealing with addiction to hair plugs. We just all like, yeah, that could happen. I could see that.
He normalized it.
What is Dan
What is
doing?
Dan? I'm worried. Is there something wrong
I'm
with
looking at. I think you dropped something.
Who,
Oh.
me or Jared? It can
No,
only-
he was dropping Joe Buck's name, and I just
Oh,
thought,
all
Oh,
right.
funny. No, I was.
Hey.
I was hanging out with Joe Buck.
Yeah.
I was not
He's
hanging
in
out
the-
with Joe
I don't
Buck. He walked in the
play that
bathroom.
was.
I know, really. I was like, where is this
God.
going? And
Well,
now
I was
know.
I was in a place where Joe Buck would. I mean, it was a private
Yeah.
bathroom. It was kind of
Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know how big a deal he is in St. Louis. He was just hanging with me.
I mean, when I go to a game in St. Louis, I go to the bathroom and Joe Buck's in there.
I hate you.
You
guys.
probably go with like 100 people in a trough. But
I hate you guys. All I was trying to illustrate was that no one gives a crap about me, but Joe Buck has people that does all that stuff for him.
Right.
I have to figure. Danny
he
asked a
married-
very simple question. Danny,
I did.
thank you. I like you.
Thank you.
I have to do it on my own.
I like you too, dude.
F those guys.
right.
I'm out.
They're mean. They're mean podcasters.
230 bucks.
that reminds
over.
me of the time I was with Bryant Gumbel.
Yeah. Keep going.
A lot of motorcycles. 13 decades.
Oh, yeah, so we're inviting people out here to the Haas Moto Museum. Haas is spelled Haas.
Yes.
That's weird.
A legendary racing
2 A's
name.
in a row. Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah, I've heard of Haas.
Yeah.
Moto my whole life.
Oh, heard of Haas. Oh,
Don't even try.
Yeah.
Forced.
What's up, Haas?
High alert
Bart
over
some
there now.
forehead makeup from Haas. Yeah.
So 4301 North Beltwood Parkway in Dallas. Apparently, this is their new location.
Newish.
And Danny could tell us all about the old location and the new one.
Yeah,
because
they-
you visited them both today.
The OG was in the design district, which I visited today.
That's where you went,
right.
thinking that that's where you would be.
I did because I had been there a number of times, and it's a great museum. Why wouldn't you want to go? 13 decades of motorcycles, guys.
I heard about
fully
that.
restored in excellent condition.
Yep.
And, just kind of drove down there, and there's nobody in the parking lot. And I'm like, man, the dumb zone is not killing it
We're
today.
dying.
And then I look in the window, and it's empty.
Yeah.
Like, I thought somebody overnight had stolen all the motorcycles.
What a heist.
Yeah, yeah. It was obviously, maybe a cumulus move to ruin your remote. I thought maybe something like that had happened. But then I looked on the
Stop, Blake.
the post
I like that.
and realized that it was in Farmers Branch-ish, North Dallas.
A lot of debate.
Yeah,
Addison,
got here in time.
Farmers Branch, Dallas, not sure.
So yeah, if you
Not sure. But they have coffee, and they have pizza, and they have beer.
I saw a lot of beer.
Yeah. It's Friday, baby.
Maybe
beer.
where's that other location? The Design District?
Yeah.
Maybe Nico went in there and traded all those things.
What is this?
Uh-oh.
The Dumb Zone's understaffed creative department has issued a Luca Free Friday alert for the Haas Moto event presented by Fair Lease.
Oh,
this alert
what?
will be in effect from noon to 4 p.m. Friday, February 7th. We now resume our regular scheduled programming.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
you know
we are
those.
not allowed to talk about Luca.
You know
today.
those things are official. So
Yeah. There is no Luca discussion to be had. You understand?
you know what I really like is
I
how
heard
you
the-
organically let it happen.
Yes.
I was like, man, that's a bad joke. Hopefully there's a point to this, and there was. No, but actually, a listener did email me, and he named his kid. His kid was born right before Nico, but after Luca. So the kid's like 4. His name is Nico Luca.
Oh.
He named him Nico.
His name is Nicholas Luca, and they call him Nico. Oh, my God. Yeah, and he's like, I've got pretty close to hitting the kid a couple times.
Well, if he changes, will the kid remember? I don't remember anything on.
No, I don't know if he will.
The Dumb Zone's understaffed
The light
creative
is-
department has issued a Luca Free Friday alert for the Haas Moto event presented by Fair Lease. This alert will be in effect from noon to 4 p.m. Friday, February 7th. This applies to all attendees at the Haas Motor/Fair Lease event.
no.
Go get some pizza. We now resume our regular scheduled programming.
Well, oh, it's not done. Okay, well, so it applies to all of you here.
Did you bring in the emergency light
I was not expecting the
just for this? Or is this like multi-purpose?
You know what's interesting?
You'll have to stay tuned.
Good Lord.
You know how you learn something new every day? Or some people do?
Where is this leading?
Theory.
What do you mean? It's leading to, do you know that, like, legally you're not allowed to play the actual sound for the Amber Alerts?
Yeah, Dan and I were on the phone when
We had
figured
a
this
whole
out.
thing already kind of worked up.
Yeah, and so I was like, in my head, I'm like, that's the FCC, fuck them, that's just
Oh,
for...
yeah, that's for over the air.
There you go. And then I looked it up. It's illegal to play it on the internet.
Really?
It is illegal to play, not only play any part of it, it is illegal to play.
Yeah.
Well, good thing you guys have had some recent legal experience and how to combat that. If
I
you
know,
would've
but
stepped
so
into
I was
those
bound
waters.
and determined to make it sound the
Yeah.
same. So I like copied, dude. I copied the voice and fed it through like a paid AI voice
Right.
to text, and it sounds exactly like the guys. So then we just had to find the bed. So anyway,
What happens if you use the elements from the A alert?
I thought you were about to say the O word.
No.
They execute you.
Do they have Michael Buffer's legal team to back them up? Because that sounds very.
I wonder if that
very much
applies
like
to
that.
YouTube. You should try to find out.
Does
Although, no,
ICE
you shouldn't, because it would be
No.
us who got sued.
Yeah.
Does ICE run in?
I'm
What is-
freelancing, bro.
What's the new SS these days? Is it ICE?
Some might say that. I would not. I respect our men and women in uniform.
Elon would run in. Somebody would run in.
Well, we're
something.
here, and they have pizza. And they
We are
have
here.
coffee.
We're going to do some. So since we do have an L free day, we are doing some football stuff because there's a big game on Sunday. As a matter of fact, we are doing a live stream for that.
We are.
We'll be
what time
doing-
we starting?
I don't know. When's the game?
I think 5:30.
Then we're starting at 5:30
Okay.
ish.
Okay.
Right? What do you say, Clay? When do you want to start? He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He'll just be there like early. Really, the guy who will dictate whether we start on a certain time or not is Blake. The guy that kind of ties it all together.
You're going to start in like the second quarter?
Sure.
Just press record.
Just
whatever
in time
you do.
for half Blaked. Are we doing half Blaked?
Yeah, sure.
You know what I saw this morning that I was not. I don't think I fully wrapped my head around this when Fox signed Tom Brady. You know, like this week, the news shows have to talk about sports, right? So Tom Brady, I saw, because you know at the local suburb rec centers, every TV's on Fox News. Tom Brady on Fox and Friends this morning. And it occurred to me, like, he's just going to be president. Like, that audience will learn to like him and love him. He's cool, like he's perceived as moderate. Like, there's a real chance that in 10 years we're like, you know what the country needs? A return to normalcy with Tom Brady. Don't rule it out.
I'll probably vote for him.
I know you will.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got a lot of good things, a lot of good ideas.
Threw a football through a jugs machine.
Oh my God!
Obama didn't do that.
The most accurate passer in NFL history.
This is not entirely out of the question, I'm telling you. Do you see Stephen A. is considering a run?
Shouldn't we have seen this coming, like, at a smaller level? Like, Tom Osborne was the governor of Nebraska. Like, why could that not have grown
I know.
to...
Jesse the Body.
Yeah, like, why not then take another step and screw states? What about the country?
Go for it. Speaking of, you see Kanye's back on Twitter? He had a big night.
No.
Jeez.
What do we got?
Debates over whether the Holocaust did or didn't happen.
Interesting. Okay.
Debates.
I thought that was kind of asked and answered a long time ago. No.
I think it was differently for two groups of people.
Okay.
He hosted like a Twitter Spaces, where he just talked a lot about Jewish people. He was still going when I woke up this morning. It was all through the night, and he's like, "I'm not deleting shit ever again. Y'all can't touch me."
Is that where you hope to get someday?
No, I think I decidedly need someone who can check me, like pretty often.
You're the guy that deletes everything
Not anymore.
At the end of the day, right?
Not anymore.
You don't have that set up anymore?
No, I stopped tweeting. I stopped tweeting.
I don't know. I've seen you tweeting.
I've seen you respond to people and
Now,
stuff.
yeah, no, I
Oh, no.
what do we have here?
What is this?
I hear a motorcycle.
How could that be?
What is happening here? What tour am I supposed to be watching?
I'm so confused.
Oh, here he is.
Looks like Steve McQueen's unfortunate brother.
Was he delivered on a motorcycle?
So Chappy just drove up on a motorcycle with a passenger on the back.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen,
My God.
joining us now at the Haas Moto remote here. Hold on. We got to get your mic working.
Okay.
Hey.
It is Mike Sirois.
Hey.
Hello. The order of the male hooker, 6'2", body type of former Met Gary Carter. He's arrived. I see the work order right here. Raise your hand. I know one of you.
I heard a
did.
motorcycle. You just hop in.
Right when he's like, I don't know if I revved it loud enough.
He being my dad.
Yeah.
My
Chappy.
dad who delivered you. Did you enjoy your little tandem ride?
I wish we kept going, man. That was pretty fun. Didn't go far enough. It was about 100 yards. But he did rev the engine. Like 10 people were like, what? Not how I pictured it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Sirois.
Hey.
He's been in hiding for a year.
Thank you.
He's been being paid the most money he ever made in his life for a whole year to not work.
They hated him so much
Can we get Mike a chair?
that they gave him like
Oh, look at
$200
this.
grand to leave.
Absolutely right.
That's like you should start hanging out with like Jimbo Fisher and like
The buyout boys.
the buyout boys.
It's truly amazing. Somehow you still burn through the money even when you're doing nothing with
Oh,
it,
of
but-
course. Well, Dan and I were talking about it this week, and we were like, if that happened to you, you have no wife, you have no kids, and you have your full salary for a year to do nothing. Everybody would do something different, but what everyone would do is what they love just the fucking most.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you like doing, do it the most. And for you, it was, like, mostly nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. That was the plan. It's weird how the money does not stack up like your dreams, picture it.
Did you invest a lot of it?
No, I didn't do shit. I just kept my head above the water, barely, like nothing, like normal. It was terrible.
You didn't incur any unforeseen expenses?
Not really.
No?
No.
It just costs that much money to be my Sirois.
I guess it fucking does. Like, I don't know. I play Call of Duty and chill and watch The Traders.
You weren't maybe upping your expenditure in, I don't know, Peruvian goods and services?
No, you know what I was thinking,
Just normal. It's budgeted in.
Yeah, no, it's on the Excel sheet.
Yeah, it's on the sheet.
I was thinking you should have, like, Airbnb'd your house for a couple months and just
gone somewhere?
left the country.
Or just slept in your car out in front of the house.
Well, we don't need to cut all the way to the depressing mom situation, because other than that, I had some plans. Yeah, I was going to do some wild shit, but that did not allow me to do any of that. But I told Danny this, man. I'm just surprised that the money doesn't stack up. I thought it would. But that's also if you back it up with, like, anything else productive that maybe makes you $1, which I didn't do that either. So.
Yeah, we know.
Yes, you will know.
We know. Yeah. We got you here today, though.
And it does go by fast, I'll say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you believe that April 30th is almost here?
You have 2 more months?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
Oh, and the way it's structured, the Sirois buyout, because I got 3. They didn't hate me as much as they did him. But I think he's going to probably get a check going into, like, the middle of June.
Oh, they're tapering you off.
Yeah, it's like they kind of stagger it a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll be doing, like, the refresh on the bank account, like, come those months.
Oh, trust me.
And, like, hope, like, one more, baby. Or a little half a one.
I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't on my Wells Fargo app refreshing it right around the end of my last month that I was supposed to get one, thinking, maybe they made a mistake.
Yeah.
Maybe my language was the same as
You didn't
as
go
Sirois'
anywhere
contract.
other than the
I went South Dakota a couple times.
No majors?
Florida. No majors.
Majors.
I went to Harry Potter Land at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Took the lady there. Fun as hell.
Why?
She's really into it.
She's
remember?
into it.
Okay.
You know
And
what's
honestly, my mom's dealing with shit, so I do a lot of going to Florida, taking care of my mom, that kind of thing. And I can't, like, say, hey,
Metal
Christina,
bats.
let's go, go to Florida sounds nice. Go to Sarasota, beautiful, but we're going to go and fucking make yogurt.
with your mom?
With my mom,
You know what's funny?
So I had to, like, mix in something fun, so I took her to Harry Potter Land, which also has Jurassic Park Land, like 2 of her favorite things.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of an age difference. It's like, what, 14, 15
Her,
years?
yeah.
Okay, so it's not like that.
14.
It's not that big of a difference.
That's perfect.
But it is funny if you're an older male dating a younger woman to take her to a theme park.
Wait, she's 15 years younger than you?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think Bill Belichick is taking. I don't think Bill Belichick is taking his girlfriend to Build-A-Bear.
Yeah.
Like, you don't take him to do, like, childish activities.
I like theme parks.
But it seems weirder.
Remember,
when
I'm a
it's like,
child as well.
But
It
for
was
her,
it was weird, dude. Okay, we spent 1 hour. I don't know if anyone's been to Harry Potter Land. Any of you guys, kids, know?
Sure.
Is it
Yeah, I
Universal?
know.
Okay, I love Universal
But
Studios.
I've been there with kids.
Okay.
yeah, children.
We had like over an hour discussion because she wanted to buy a fucking wand,
It's not in the budget.
and I'm like, look, I don't care. We can go to a $200 dinner tonight if you want, but I'm not buying a $60 plastic wand. We're not.
But it
doing
lights up and stuff.
It doesn't even light up. It's supposed to activate shit. Okay, genius idea, right? You can get the $40 wand that literally just plastic does nothing.
walk around the park and it does stuff.
But like for $60, there's these points like on the ground, and you wave the wand at a fucking water thing, and then the water fountain starts, or the flowers come to life and smile at you.
You deprived that?
I can't believe you denied her
deprived
this,
her of that?
this pleasure.
Well, she wanted to do it. Then we walked by one, and there's an old man, right, grumpy looking as hell, just standing on the thing with his wand, like trying to get it to work. And it works at like a 10% hit rate anyway, and there's like a refraction period for these things. You can't just sit there and make the flowers dance, make the flowers dance.
Yeah.
It takes like 3 more minutes, until it resets. And we watched this dude like just get even sadder that his wand wasn't working. And I'm like, see? The fucking wand doesn't work anyway.
Did you take your mom to Harry Potter World?
No, I did not take my mom to Harry Potter.
Dropped her off at the My Pillow Museum.
You could use her for a fast pass.
You could
probably.
Get you
In
the
front of everything?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, don't watch.
My Pillow Museum.
It's restful.
Mike,
Restful.
the Lindell, the shrubbery cut into Mike Lindell. If your mom has dementia, don't watch Is It Cake?
Is she always right?
Yeah, it's just like the never ending.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
is that cake? Like, that's the point. We don't know. We're trying to figure that out. What is this cake? It's just the phrase "is a cake" gets used 250 times per episode between the show and your mom asking.
It's got to be so confusing.
Dude,
you have Alzheimer's
that's the
and they
point of
make
the
a
game.
show where it's just, is it cake? You're like, no way. You would feel like
Well,
you
is
have
this
lost.
cake?
What's her success rate?
And the worst part is, I'm like, I don't know. It looks really good. I don't know if that's cake. And I'm the regular person watching. I'm not sure if that's cake.
Regular?
They did a really good job on that handbag.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if that's cake, Mom. And then they finally cut, and it's the old, oh.
You should be
Yeah.
documenting all of this,
It
and
was
like
cake.
it'll serve two purposes. You'll remember her, like,
Yes.
but also it's going to be hilarious.
It's actually
To
nice
me.
to have her around, and it's fun. Let me tell you one other, because real quick, her stepdad, or my stepdad, who she married after my dad passed away years ago. I mean, in my 30s, like, it was Gordon, and he had dementia as well, right? So the only thing worse than is it cake with someone with dementia is this is 15 years ago. He had dementia, right? They wanted to go on a cruise. We're like, cool. Don't go to a murder mystery lunch with someone with dementia. We're like, this sounds fun. Let's go to murder mystery lunch. You know, you sit down randomly, and they all get menus, and inside your menu is your role, you know? And one of them is like murderer, you know? So I open mine up, and it's like captain or sea boy. And you keep playing, right? And you have to read these parts of the script and the role, and you're reading. And halfway through this thing, Gordon, crotchety as hell, goes, and it's not just us at the table. There's other, like, cruisers at the table. We're all a team. He goes, why doesn't everyone just shut up and eat your fucking lunch? So I go behind Gordon I just kind of open his sheet. I'm like, please don't be the murderer. Please don't be the murderer. And he's like, all right, good. He's not the murderer. We're fine.
It ruined it for everyone.
Eat your fucking lunch.
Oh, man.
I miss Gordon.
That's what's going to
It's
happen,
a different,
though.
it was my other Gordon.
It's going to be us, or maybe you. Probably me. The TikTok generation, when their grandparents start outwardly expressing, like, signs of dementia.
Oh, we'll get to see it all?
Yeah, and they'll just meme the fuck out of you over it. Like,
someone's going to have millions of followers because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they play hot dog, not hot dog.
They'll be the
What, is it a hot dog? I don't know, Mom. Well, I'll find out together.
Oh, that's
My
great.
mom had it too probably the last 2 years of her life, and she tried to convince me that she could call Governor Greg Abbott anytime she wanted to, and that she knew Prince back when his name was Kenny. Like, no, that's his actual name, Mom. It's Prince. No, I know Prince. I knew him back when his name was Kenny.
I call
just
him Kenny.
wild stuff like that.
Really?
I hope
dude,
I hope when I get
crazy
it,
stuff.
I hope I just think Romo won a Super Bowl.
Just fix
I'm
everything.
like, no, it was great.
Or
Yeah.
that
He was
wait,
great.
sorry.
Oh, yeah, you almost
Yeah.
said the
What?
L word?
Yeah.
Nothing. I didn't say it. Don't play the thing.
Ooh, what is that? I can't hear
We've
it.
already tripped this
Oh, is
twice
that it?
today.
That's the L
The
alarm?
Dumb Zone's understaffed creative department has issued a
You
Luca-free
need some
Friday
cans.
alert for the Haas Moto event presented by Fair Lease. Don't check the blind Sirois. A kid is not missing in a city you've never heard of. Just no Luca talk. Man, this is a lot of motorcycles. We now resume our regular scheduled programming.
It is.
I couldn't hear
Oh, it's
anything
not
other
over.
than, man, this is a lot of motorcycles. Did you make that?
You've been warned.
Jake did that.
You've been warned. Keep
Yeah.
it clean.
It's free.
Buster.
It's a free zone, bro.
That's right. We're
All
here
day?
for fun.
Yeah, I
We're not
love
here
it.
to be sad.
Yeah, cool.
And pizza.
At 4. Oh, yeah.
This
and
guy
pizza.
over here's got a.
They have beer here, too.
Really?
I know
like
you
beer,
like
right?
beer.
I love drinking.
Yeah.
The good part about Mike is, like, he'll do that, like, oh, what, cocaine? and like, joking, then it's like,
100% I'll drink a beer, right?
like, doesn't stop him.
Is it like a cooler of
Slow
beer? Where you
down.
grab your beer? Or is
There's beer.
it Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What time did you wake up today, homie?
Didn't
When
sound
Jake
like.
called
yeah,
me.
I was going to say, that was 10:30.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah. I had the alarm set for 9:30, and we ignored that. Then Jake called, dude. And I knew it right when I said hello that he knew that I was clearly out cold.
Didn't care. Just kept, I was like,
What
then
time
I
do you
kinda-
fire out of bed? Just generally.
11:30.
Really?
See, this is like
Thank you very much.
This is like the answer to your doctor when he asks you how many drinks you have in a week.
Right.
And you always lie.
Right.
That's a lie. 11:30, no.
No.
That's like maybe once a week.
I just have to
accidentally,
show these
he wakes
guys-
up to go to the bathroom at 11:30. But no, it's crack of 1.
I have to show these guys
Easy.
I get up in the AM.
Sure.
So as close as I
Yeah.
can.
Like,
to
don't say
noon.
noon. Don't say
nah.
noon. Don't say noon.
No, make it believable.
I'm 6 foot. Yeah, that's that
click a little
guy.
off.
That's 5'11" guy.
If you took the average of the last month, the exact moment that I officially got out of bed, I would say it's probably 11:40.
Okay.
See,
now he's
it's already changing.
I've hit one.
What do you do at night?
I stay up late.
And do what? Just game? Just nuke teams?
He watches TV shows about ships.
I do watch shitty British TV shows that Danny refers me to. Yeah,
Just hang out.
I just kind of hang out. Yeah.
Play some vids.
Well, again, no, my mom lives with me right now.
I know.
So that's a different thing, you know. So when she goes to bed,
Mikey time.
yeah, then after I'm done with my man duties, and Christina goes to bed, then I play games. And
Got to punch the clock.
So, what inspired the growing your hair out? You were a bald man for so many years.
Nothing inspired it. Just getting violently fired. I was like, I made it like a month for no reason, no plan. And then I'm like, I don't know. They got kind of like long enough to.
Why am I working so hard at keeping my head bald?
No, I guess I've been bald for 20 plus years, like shaved bald.
Yeah.
So I was curious what it would look like. I didn't have high hopes.
Well, it looks good.
It's a lot more hair than I thought you would have been able to grow.
Do you have that much hair, Dan?
I don't know.
No, Ben Franklin. That was only.
I think of you a lot and Ben Franklin because
Yeah.
when this sometimes goes,
Yeah.
lays down nice, I feel
Yeah,
like
it's a bad bit.
Like you're gonna make
No,
some
it's
laws.
not.
I mean, it's a good bit for you. It's a bad
beautiful.
bit to be the person wearing it.
the worst person is him.
I love it.
Because
I
he
think
like looks at me
looks
dead
so-
serious. He's like, "You look so great."
You do. You do.
And hours of me looking in the mirror, like, "What the fuck am I doing?" And 10 seconds with him, I'm like, "All right, well,
dude,
give it another month."
Man, back in the 70s, Dan, you know, growing up, you had uncles that would lose their
Oh, for
hair
sure,
at
yeah.
23. They didn't. White dudes didn't shave their heads
Yeah.
back then.
No
They went
Jordan.
with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he made it cool to shave your. You are one of the guys that trailblazed
On the head shaving.
the head shave, and it looks great.
What you're doing now is so outside of the box.
See, listen.
Right.
I
that
agree.
it's
This is gonna be another
unique.
6 months.
This is so unique and so different that I'm telling you,
Everybody's
with your-
going to start doing that.
I think more guys are going to consider it than they ever would have because they look up to Mikey.
You make it feel.
Mikey's a trailblazer.
Look up to.
He's got the personality to pull it off. That's
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was. I looked
Yeah,
up
that
to
helps
him
sell it.
as far as shaving full shave. That's why I did it. I said, man, if I could look that good.
I think you are onto something that there is, because it's always cyclical.
Yeah.
You don't figure this look is coming back for the bald, but I mean, this is sort of the last
Well, you know,
realm
like,
that is untapped. Is like, fuck it, just go back to.
there
what
are
it was.
young hipsters that lean into irony when
Sure.
it comes to the way that they
Yeah.
dress and wear their hair. There's going to be the guy that's prematurely bald and 30 years old that will grow out the long hair and try to do the comb over just to be ironic.
Dude, what makes his so sick is the curl at the
Oh,
end.
the wings.
The flow in the
He
back.
constantly
man.
looks like he's in the wind.
It's like a fucking waterfall of
That's
pleasure.
so nice.
A little gray waterfall
So nice.
It is kind
of
of good
euphoria.
back here.
Yeah.
And I am using shampoo and conditioner now. Two products that I had forgotten about.
That's
know
where
what's
all your
funny?
money went.
Yeah, all my money conditioner.
It's
hair
not
care.
just the sweater. Like the circumstances of his last year, the hair. I could have seen him becoming motorcycle guy in the last year.
Yeah.
Like you had a chance at a real viable midlife crisis.
Yeah. It might be in progress.
What better place?
I don't really know.
What
Yeah,
better
exactly.
place to be than
So
right
what
now?
day were you fired? You were fired from the Freak. Many are saying that you two used to do a show together. So that's cool.
Dozens are saying. I don't
Yeah.
know, not many.
And then you were fired from the Freak. When?
You
remember-
it was last of April.
April 20.
April 30th, something like
Okay,
that.
yeah. Friday. It was a Friday.
And for some reason, Danny had 3 months severance.
Yes.
Yep.
You have 12.
Correct.
Because if you
Incredible.
remember, Mikey started at the Freak well before I did.
Yeah.
No one remembers.
And his contract, he
geez.
negotiated his contract with a person that was no longer there when I came on board.
Okay.
That's right.
And we were told at the time, both of us, that we would have identical contracts. That was not true.
And we thought we did.
So you
much
got fired and
Yeah. Okay.
Until
So
we
you
got
didn't
fired.
when you
talk
started-
ahead of time.
Yeah.
Well, we thought we did.
We did. We were told that by, an operative.
And
Yeah.
then I remember the day you go fishing through your drawer because I'm like, something's
oh my
something's
god,
afoot
dude.
here, and you find the contract.
Let me tell you something. That fucking dealer ate well that night. When Sirois' finger on the paper, he's like, 12 months.
That's
12?
exactly right.
And he's
Well,
beep, boop, 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 beep.
Yeah.
I excitedly called him.
He got me some false hopes up. He goes, double
I'm like,
check your
dude,
contract.
get it out right now.
I
Oh,
got
that
12 months.
sucks.
Because we so much believed
Yeah,
that
well-
we were identical.
Well,
So wait, let me
I had
back up,
also
though.
gone through mine because the writing was clearly on the wall. We knew that we were probably going to get canned, so
Yeah.
I went back and looked at mine. But I knew what my deal was. I'd already had it looked over by a lawyer before I signed the thing.
Like an adult.
Yeah, so I knew that what the terms were, and I was pretty certain that I didn't have a year. I wasn't certain that he did. It's like, I want to look that over. Lo and behold, yeah, he got.
Okay, but you guys were told, hey, you're going to have the same contract.
Correct.
And then you didn't bother to actually look at the contracts side by side.
he
yeah, at the
didn't
time.
bother.
Okay.
We looked at them individually. He assumed I had a year. I assumed
Well,
he had
yes.
3 months. So there was, we were told that they were identical, and we weren't going to just put them next to each other. And,
Yeah,
and
like-
So
make
all
sure,
you asked
which we
about
should have.
was the money. You just wanted to make sure you're on the same financial
Yes, but
page.
again, mine was signed with a previous employee.
Right, but I'm
and
just
then
saying.
the new employee came in and
And signed
either
me.
changed his or
Yeah, red line mine.
did not approve.
I see.
Now
Okay.
you
the
would
change.
think that if I had maybe wanted to take them to court and say, would you get on a witness stand and say that you didn't tell me that we had identical contracts? Well, then it could be like, oh yeah, you guys do have identical contracts. So Mikey, you only have 3 months.
Yeah, yeah.
They are identical.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Not
We've all been
waters
there.
that I wanted to wade in at all. So
Well, now you're here. You guys
here.
gonna work together again, or what? Like, what can they get on it? What's the
RSN?
No, what's the
Fan.
The fan?
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, I
Dude,
can't-
the
I don't know
fan.
if I'm the right
Okay,
person
so
to
on the
ask.
way over here,
yeah.
I listened to a little fan. And I thought we could take one of their topics
Oh, this is
All
good.
right.
This is fun.
because it's and we can ask people here
Oh, like a poll
at
question?
Haas Moto, like what's your favorite food for the big game?
are you serious?
Yeah,
They were talking about that?
absolutely. So think about that, everybody. I know it'll take
Yeah.
a little while.
Maybe we
Right.
get the wireless out and just go around.
I'm sorry, I probably should have called you last night so you could prep this.
I know, but this is one I have in the holster.
I don't. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because me driving over, I was like, God, I don't know. And
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it ever since.
Love chips, but
Yeah. But favorite?
But if we're
You
talking
know, am I ready
yeah.
to put chips at the top?
Is it
big
like a
game,
Just maybe wings.
it's got to
guys.
be wings. Now,
think?
what kind?
Oh,
Grilled?
by the way, you're
Wings.
going to be at the game
What?
Sunday.
The watching party.
Oh yeah, yours. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
thought he was just doing the what, like he promised. Now
And he
he's
might
not
have
doing
been
it.
cold. No,
Fine,
I didn't.
whatever.
know.
No, but I hooked up Eatsy's for you. Eatsy's will be catering. Just
love
for you.
Eatsy's.
For
I
everyone
love
else, we
Eatsy's.
got to
He's not going to be at the actual game.
That's what I kind of thought for a second.
But Mino and Sean Bass are.
Yeah.
In case you were
Oh,
wondering.
come on.
I'm just saying, they're there. I saw an Instagram
on.
post. Why are you taking it in a
they're
different
not
way than I
going to the
intended it?
game.
They're there.
Only
know.
the musers go to the game, right?
The Musers used to go to the game.
Yeah, a long time
I don't
ago.
know that happens anymore. Yeah.
They had Kenny Chesney on my way in,
I thought he died.
and the
Oh,
fan
no.
had
Chesney.
What's the other guy? Oh, Toby Keith. My bad.
Yeah.
yeah, they had Kenny Chesney. And then the fan had Billie Jean King on. I swear to God.
What, talking about her favorite Super Bowl foods?
Well, it was funny because when you jump in and they don't reset, which is you
It's always fun to play guess the product.
Yes, I was playing guess.
Yeah.
They're talking about how she's one of the greatest of all time. And I'm like, hoops? Like, who is this?
Yeah.
And then she said tennis. I'm like, all right, tennis. And then I had a moment where I'm like, Billie Jean King. I'm like, is
So you're
she's still with us?
Yeah. Sure.
you're all for the reset, is what you're saying.
I love resetting.
Okay, Mike Sirois, Danny Balis, and Jared Sandler.
Hi, Jared.
Join us now.
What's up,
Jared
Sirois?
I
Sandler.
know. I said hi.
It's Jared.
That's my guy.
Mike, they got
bus.
coffee attached to a motorcycle.
You know what?
They have coffee attached to a motorcycle.
Shut up, Jake.
It's sick.
No, it's true.
Go get you some of that.
This place is amazing.
It really is.
We didn't know they moved. You guys covered that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's hence
I took,
maybe
I
even
took
later.
a tour of the previous location.
Did you
today.
really? You're
It's
like-
completely empty.
You're like, so no one shows up to these hot dumb zone.
There's less people at the Jake and Dan show than there was at ours when we did one. And I didn't think that was possible. And then I realized there's no motorcycles here.
Yes.
So
And plenty here, 200
I'm glad
plus.
you texted
at
me.
least.
Plus.
At least.
Yeah.
What are you doing Sunday? You got anything bits planned for us?
I'm with you guys. What? What do you want?
I don't know. You got any bringing the juice?
No, I'm not bringing the juice.
I called Mike yesterday, and he was almost done with a 10-mile walk.
Did you do 10 yesterday?
cracked the-
These boys are walking these
great.
days.
I
They're
cracked
not
the
working out.
10-mile
They're
mark.
walking.
Did you go over 20,000 steps for your day?
Over 20,000
Yeah,
steps.
I
but
did that
10,
last week,
10
too.
miles was the big goal.
Yeah.
That's too far, I think, man.
It's kind of
I kind of felt
pointless.
sick
Yeah,
after.
it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, like kind of, yeah.
It's just like you're in Fallujah.
But you're
Like,
walking guy now.
I'm walking guy 100%.
He's way into it.
I'm sweating guy, as always.
That really enhances everything, I think.
Because obviously we go back with it now.
We need the headband. We need
We
him to
can
get like
swing it
a.
back.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
guy-
man,
the
I'm walking
Brett
guy every day.
Michaels
How long?
headband. Yeah.
You're just out and about walking?
It was 2.5 hours yesterday.
I mean, Simon's obviously not with you for
No, I don't bring him for the power walks, no.
Okay.
Now, are you power walking, like fast walking, or you just
Yeah, faster than like a stroll, but
Okay.
not,
like this
no,
guy?
like
that's
this
goofy.
fucking guy is.
Okay.
Fast walk?
They have Olympic
It doesn't
walking
look
now.
like that.
They have Olympic walking.
Look, when you're built like an emu,
God, you are drenched.
Yeah, what is going on?
It's because of that goddamn oxknit sweater that he got on
Yeah.
Facebook.
That explodes
For like
the second you put it in a
$29.
fucking dryer. Your whole house explodes.
This thing was that exact same sweater was just pushed to me every time I got online because I looked at it one time. I go, that's pretty cool. And then I show up at his house one day and he's
Yeah.
wearing the damn thing.
Yeah.
That's what you do when
Yeah.
you're off. You just
on
buy
Instagram.
shit.
Buy shit on Instagram.
It was $6.99. Free shippy.
No, but when you're built like an emu, like myself, you can cover a lot of ground quicker than most because I'm all legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't go as fast as him, but I love it, dude. I'm telling you, fucking and for dudes,
Yeah. Old dudes.
cheat ass code walking.
Yeah.
Because you know how you get the feel of the when you work out and that great feeling like all that night into the next day, you're like you feel accomplished and your body
Yeah.
tingles. Yeah, I still get that 100% from walking 4, 5, 6 miles even.
I mean, you say old dudes, but it's my 19-year-old daughter that turned me on to this earlier
really?
this year. She's like, yeah, she goes out to try to get 10,000 steps a day. And I was
Amazing. Then
I don't
good.
know how
Maybe
you don't
if you
just
start
get
then.
10,000 in life. That's what I know, and I know the one on the Whoop is off, but I don't understand how. I move around a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't like. I'm getting 10,000 on a day I do nothing.
Same here.
Like, and I get
It's
18,000
you know why?
on a day
It's
where I
kids.
exercise. Yeah,
I get 10,000
I don't really ever sit
without
down.
planning a walk for the
Yeah.
day. So it's pretty
That's the
calming
thing.
to if you plan in a walk and you're doing your normal day to get 20,000.
Because I mean, I'm just up that side of the house, this side of the house, that
Yes.
side of the house,
Same.
this side of the house, and that goes on the entire time I'm awake.
It's young kids.
Yeah.
That's why. 'Cause you're chasing
I don't track
little
my normal like
shitheads around.
daily walking though, so I imagine I get up to a shitload.
Sure.
I only track like my intended walks.
Have you been back to the doctor lately?
Been back what?
Have you-
Doctor?
like, yeah.
No,
Uh,
not since this basically.
Not since the year.
No, not like
Not since walking.
not
Okay.
since not in the last couple
I just want to know
months.
how you're doing.
Yeah, when's your next appointment? Because
I'm doing fine.
When is your next
Are you
physical?
sure?
Because Mikey and I have the same doctor.
It's
And I
amazing.
just had my physical about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
And when is yours due? Because I thought we were close together.
I really don't know.
I thought we were
I don't know
physical
if I have one coming
sisters.
up. I'm once a year though. I'm regular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Agarwal.
You real honest?
best.
Honest on those questionnaires?
He's pretty honest with Dr. Aggs, right?
There's a couple red lines that I don't cross, but in general,
Do you put I have used recreational drugs, or because I always will just absolutely put no. I don't want a record anywhere
yeah.
that I have signed anything that says that.
No,
I
I
did
think
that.
that's smart.
Just because you don't know what administration is going to come in 20 years, and then all of a sudden this is
Dude, I remember at iHeart we were signing
they're
up for
me
our,
tooing me about that.
Can we get him a towel?
we were signing up for our medical shit, you know. and you have to answer all these questions for how much your medical care is going to cost. And there was one about nicotine use or
Tobacco.
I don't know if it was just tobacco,
It was
or
tobacco.
nicotine. Was it?
Well-
It basically said, have you ever used tobacco, right? And I clicked yes. And then the next page shows like $1,100 per month for fucking
Smoker?
medical. And I'm like, back! And then I clicked no, and I swear to God it was like 600.
Nice.
And I'm like, I hope that wasn't on there long enough
Yeah.
to be permanent.
What do you put, like, how many drinks a week?
That's the one.
Yeah,
I don't know, 4 or 5 maybe.
Okay.
That's
something
what you
like
put?
That's what you
that.
put.
I don't know what I put.
Come on.
What do you put?
We're not the fucking doctor. You don't
Yeah,
have
it's
to
probably
do
4 or
that.
5 a night.
I do I lie a little.
You're in the trust tree.
and I bring it down a little.
Thank you. Oh, there's a napkin for your head.
Yeah.
You try to dress nice for your fucking bill.
I think you look great.
My lie is if it
Look
says,
beautiful.
"Are you currently sexually active?" Yes,
Yes.
but even
then
if
you
it's
draw
by
a thumbs up.
if it's by yourself, it's
still sexually
right?
active.
Count.
I think that
Hey,
counts.
what's the okay, how recently do you need to be sexually active for that to pertain? Like, if you haven't been
Right.
active in 10 years, but you're not, like, are you sexually active?
Does it mean you're just not a virgin
Yeah.
and you haven't? I don't know. That's a
you
good
can
question.
just write not a virgin under
just have
2
to-
boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should ask. You have to ask the doctor that when he
Right.
comes in.
Just write totally not a virgin.
Or you could just write like Baylor only.
It's just soaking. Yeah.
Just soaking.
You guys want to talk some football or what? What are we doing today?
No.
Want to take a small break just to reconnoiter?
Sure.
Get Chappy in here.
I'm gonna get some
Yeah.
pizza. They have
we're-
pizza.
Yeah, I want some pizza.
Yeah, so we have Wolfgang Puck Pizza. If you are tuned in on the live stream today, you can join us out here at the Haas Moto Museum, 4301 North Beltwood Parkway.
Come meet my dad.
Yeah, Chappy's out here.
He delivered Sirois on his bike.
Will he give away
To
some
zero.
rides?
Why not?
Yeah.
Zero fanfare. I don't know. He had a lot of rules for our
Well,
100-yard
we're gonna-
ride. I
well-
don't think he wants.
We'll talk about the big game Sunday and the gambling, and the that's why Jared's here. He's fired up. He's got a lot of props to clue us in on. So join us, Wolfgang Puck Pizza, a coffee bar, which you said is like in a motorcycle or something,
It's also fantastic coffee. It was delicious.
beer, and special guests, Jared Sandler, Chappy, Danny Balis, and Mike Sirois. Also Fair Lease vehicles are on site here that
Yeah,
you can buy or lease.
They got leasing agents here on site.
Okay.
It's on site.
All right.
The Dumb Zone.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
Hell yeah. Brews,
Hell
suds,
yeah, it's Friday, bro.
brewskis, shirts. Look at this shirt.
All right, so we're at the Haas Moto Museum. We're live streaming. We're podcasting. We're going live to tape.
No puppet.
I'm good. What? Oh, so Blake is kind enough to join us now. How long did you think the break was supposed to be, Blake?
You know, I was on my way back, but then people kept stopping me saying they
Boy,
love me
I
on the
s-
show,
I
and
saw
couldn't,
that.
I couldn't really turn that down.
I'm serious, dude. Like I see him over there 20 minutes ago, and I'm like, oh, he's making his way here and just getting mobbed by the people. That's Blake for you.
So
Someone was stopping to ask him about the omitted books of the Bible.
Fair Lease vehicles are on site here
Yes, they are.
to buy or lease. You could lease a car right here on the spot. Have you ever heard of something so outrageous?
No.
So,
And
thanks
they
to
also
Fair
just
Lease for
stopped
having us
by.
out here.
They stopped by and said that Danny from Fair Lease said if someone leases or buys a car today, they will, quote, do something cool.
They'll do something big. What does that mean?
I
All
don't
right.
know. I mean, there's a mystery there.
Joining us now for football talk is we like to talk gambling. We like to make you some money for this weekend. It is not only Jared Sandler, who's been here all day, but the man who drove Mike Sirois on his hog, which sounds gay. But you rode Mike's. You said Mike Sirois rode your hog today. Is that true?
He can't control himself.
This is Chappy,
Good
Jake's
afternoon,
dad.
man. Good afternoon. How are you? Yeah,
Chappy, ladies. Yeah.
We rode. Look at Jake over here. Look at Jake. He's already shaking his head. I would have came here just to piss him off.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
No, Mike and I came in on Route 66. Came in a little hot, but I don't know if he rode my hog. I mean, he was on the back of a motorcycle.
Hold on. We got to get your mic up.
Maybe, feels like maybe you show up.
Did he ride your hog reverse? Like was he facing the rear?
Anyways.
Well, look at him.
Anyways,
let's talk a little football and gambling and whatnot for the weekend.
I'm going to be honest.
You're fired up?
I'm not going to drop the name.
Huh.
Probably not a Super Bowl I've thought less about in the week leading up to it in my entire life.
Yes, there are reasons that we're not.
Oh, no.
Are you aware of this?
The Dumb Zone's understaffed creative department has issued a Luca-free Friday alert for the Haas Moto event presented by Fair Lease. This alert will be in effect from noon to 4 p.m. Friday, February 7th. This applies to all attendees at the Haas Motor/Fair Lease event. Go get some pizza. We now resume our regular scheduled programming.
Actually had a guy in the bathroom started to engage, and I...
Hey, whoa, you heard the alert.
Had to cut him off.
Two things. The pizza, got to get you some. It's to die for. They have a wood-fired oven. And the second thing is you referenced the bathroom. Put it on the list. I think I want a black toilet.
Black potties are interesting.
Yeah, that's...
Was that you that walked in on me when I was peeing, or was that someone? Oh, it was you? Okay. Did I look good from behind?
Always.
Nice.
Always. But I just haven't, I don't know, I haven't thought a ton about the Super Bowl this week like I normally would.
Yeah, Dan wants a black toilet.
Oh, it's on there.
Yeah, May 20th, 2022.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
Amazing.
Now we both do.
Yeah.
That's why we're together. Anyway, I haven't thought a lot about it. My thoughts going into, my thoughts, BL.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I don't think that counts. You're fine.
DL? I don't know. Anyway, pre-AL was, I just thought Philly is being highly underrated here. And it just feels like Kansas City is getting they've just got that mojo thing going for them. It feels like the most common thought right now is if it's a close game, it's going to be Kansas City. But they could see, if it gets broken wide open, it would be Philly winning. Do you guys agree with that?
For me, it's just hard. I mean, obviously Philly can attack you multiple ways offensively, but it's hard for me to imagine them just like blowing a team like Kansas City out because they're going to run the ball a lot. Now, they can create huge plays out of the run game, not like it's the Cowboys, but I don't know. I don't.
That run game opens up A.J. Brown. And
Sure. Yeah, if you're going to run the ball a lot, you're not usually going to score 41 points.
Well, can that defense get pressure on Mahomes, same as the Mahomes Tampa Bay Super Bowl?
I don't see how it's not close. I feel like you're in for a replay of the game a couple years ago.
Yeah, but I do feel like Philly is being underrated with Kansas City being the favorite, like just in general. But maybe you guys disagree with that.
I'll start with you, Chappy.
Well, the line opened up at 1.5, 12 days ago? And it hasn't moved at all. It hasn't moved a bit.
What does that tell you?
That tells me that it's going to be, I think, to Jake's point, it's going to be a really, really tight game. I don't see either one of them blowing each other out. I've already the team that I took 12 days ago, I still have today. I didn't waver it a bit. So I think the majority of the play, in my mind, is going to be determined on the Eagles' defensive line and offensive line. And if you recall, and I'll turn it over, but if you recall when the Chiefs played the Buccaneers 3 years ago and the Buccaneers won, they were up Mahomes' ass.
Yeah.
Right up the middle, and he looked just like a regular old dude back there trying to play. So I got some more thoughts on it, but my initial thoughts is that O and D line for Philly. Philly, their 22 people are better than the 22 collectively for the Chiefs. Now they got 87, they got 15, they got Andy Reid. Be interesting to see.
I agree with that. I do think Philly's got a better roster. I just think, and I don't have a strong play on the side. I really believe in the under in this game. Which I know is not fun, especially when you go to these Super Bowl parties with people who don't usually bet and they always want to bet the over because that's more fun. But the only thing that is keeping me from playing the Eagles, and I think I'm going to, but Nick Sirianni, I don't trust Nick Sirianni. I don't trust him making good decisions in the fourth quarter of a close game, and maybe that's not fair, but I don't have any concern that Andy Reid is going to make the wrong decision. They might not execute, but I go back to that Rams playoff game. Nick Sirianni tried to give that away.
Yeah.
And I just can't get that out of my head. But I do think it's going to be a close game. I'd have a tough time seeing a blowout unless it was like, one of those fake blowouts where there was a pick six with 5 minutes left that made it a 14-point game when it was, the other team was driving to tie it. But I do like the under. I think both teams defensively are really, really good, and I think both teams can take away the other team's strength offensively, and I think those matchups kind of line up well. But if I had a lean right now, Dan, I agree with you. I do think the Eagles are underrated, and I would probably take the Eagles since they're getting a point. The point doesn't mean anything. It's just a point.
But the odds are like the same.
Yeah, you may as well play the money line, but I think that's going to be my play.
I feel like Sirianni's underrated too. I agree with what you say about him, and I do think you look at him and you don't.
I think he's a good coach. You don't get to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years if you're not.
That's what I mean, and because he lost his coordinators and got back.
There's just something about him in those moments. There have been times I'm like, I don't know the last time I watched a Chiefs game. I was like, Andy Reid, what are you doing? Right? And maybe that's made easier because you got Patrick Mahomes.
Because Mahomes is probably making some of those decisions as well. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. But there are just some times with the Eagles I'm like, I don't really get it. But it's kind of like, and I don't want to get into a McCarthy thing. McCarthy is probably a better coach than Cowboys fans want to give him credit for. You don't win 12 games 3 years in a row if you just totally suck. Sirianni is a good coach. But I do think that the Chiefs have an edge in that department. To whatever degree, that will impact the game.
Remember harken back to a time when the local sports story we were so mad about was Brian Schottenheimer? Do you feel like NBA news has really taken the heat off of the Cowboys?
Yeah, I
feel like it would be really big now.
Yeah, I mean, if Shotty wanted to do bits, he would definitely send flowers to the Mavs front office. Just put his name on it, like, thanks, you morons.
Yeah.
You know how bad people hated me a week ago?
It was very recently. And I've totally forgot about it.
They'll get their opportunity in September.
Yeah, we'll
probably. After a couple of getting housed.
I don't know, though. His dad was a great – I've been really thinking about it a lot. It's possible.
Got this offensive coordinator. What's really funny about the Cowboys, if we can slide into Cowboy talk too during this, is just that now that – they did miss out on Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, and they see both of those teams being really, really good. Now they're like, this Arizona guy we got.
Got a big boy.
He's led the rushing attack. He was their offensive line coach. Loves to run the ball.
You see who the offensive line coach is?
The new offensive line coach?
Yeah.
Who is it?
He's a guy who replaced. Is it Clayton Adams? What's his name? What's the OC's name? Something.
The guy from Arizona?
Yeah, but this guy had replaced him at a previous job, and he was most recently the O-line coach at Kansas State.
That sounds like they probably run the ball.
Of course it does. Yeah, like
but
they
now
just
we're into running the ball,
right?
Just like 2 years removed from, or 1 year removed from, we really don't need any running backs. In fact, let's just give a couple spots away. Is anybody here on the team or that works in the front office have a relative that's being drafted? We'll draft one of them. And does any former players that we could sell jerseys, we could just make him a running back? Because we don't really need that position. But now they're going to focus on it.
No.
And they're probably – another funny thing is you've heard that this is like a running back rich draft. That's not the time you use a first rounder on a running back, but I'm getting ahead of myself for complaining about the Cowboys drafting a running back.
No, I think one way or
they'll
the other.
They'll definitely overcompensate. They'll fuck
That's
this
what they're
up.
going to do.
Yeah.
Scatabo.
Yeah. They'll trade up for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if they draft him, I'm back in. Give me a party boy from Arizona State, big boy. I'll take it. The base level is just I don't want to bet on the Eagles and then watch Patrick Mahomes do exactly what he's done 1,000 times before.
That's the
problem. And then that night be like, boy, I didn't see that coming.
But that's what that's what you got to pivot away from.
I know.
Because, he had 13 seconds left with Allen. I get it.
I can't live with myself like that.
Do you know what the –
and he's my friend. So,
the average height and weight of the Eagles' offensive line, it's 6'7", 330. I saw it just yesterday.
Throwback.
6'7", 330. Think about this last piece here. When the Eagles get the ball, they consider it to be 1st and 8. and that's the way they are gearing their offense come Sunday. It's 1st and 8. Why? Because they're going to go for it on 4th down. If it's 2 yards, they're going to go for it. So
the counterbalance I would say to that, they always have that play. They have it whenever they want it. But the Chiefs have 2 weeks to prepare, and they have Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo.
And I'll tell you,
to me, I feel like that's where I have to.
But see, Buffalo could have beat the Chiefs.
Sure, and I think I would take Buffalo over Philly too.
Yeah, but
it's close.
But they didn't advance the ball in critical positions that they needed to. So I don't see that out of the Eagles. I see the Eagles with the push being able to get those critical 2 yards to keep that drive moving. Now, the whole game to me, beyond the O and D line, it comes down to Hurts. Because if he can hit his plays that he needs to Schuster, if he can hit to Brown, and then you throw in Barkley on the running side and that road grader moving through people off the ball, you're going to see a different moving machine.
He's very bad against pressure.
He is bad against pressure.
I think one thing that stands out to me, the Chiefs really haven't been great in the red zone. They'll get there. They'll get their points, but converting red zone opportunities to touchdowns. And I think some of that has to do with the fact they don't have a tremendous running game. I know Kareem Hunt sucks up some touchdowns, but Pacheco has not looked good since he's come back. Hunt is not a great running back. He's able to get 2 yards when he needs 2 yards. But I think a big thing to me is going to be the red zone, and then I think it's the other white tight end. You're talking about A.J. Brown, and he's obviously going to have a big game if they win. But the Chiefs on the outside are really good, and I just wonder if this is kind of a Dallas Goedert type game for them, because not that the Chiefs have a ton of weaknesses defensively, they are so good there, but they can get got sometimes by the tight end. Everyone's talking about Kelsey, but I think this could be a Dallas Goedert night.
Also, while we're talking white tight ends, I just put a plus 3,400 $10 bet on Peyton Hendershot.
There you go.
Because if you look at the list of guys who have scored touchdowns.
Just to score a touchdown?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you look at the guys who have scored touchdowns.
That's not the worst.
For the Chiefs in these Super Bowls, it's names you're like, I forgot that guy played in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is. It's as they're coming up with a game plan, and you would think other teams would know this, but how do you prepare for it? They're like trying to give the ball to a guy you would not think that's going to end up with the ball. And it happens time and time and time again. And I like Peyton Hendershot.
Can I say something on props in general quickly? Because there are going to be so many people that play props on Sunday that never do it. And I don't have all the answers here, but the one thing I would say, and Chappy, tell me if you disagree, think of how you're going to play, how the game's going to play out, right? If you think it's going to be a high-scoring game, then, all right, maybe you are going to take some more overs. If you think it's going to be a low-scoring game, You think about the Eagles' ability to get the big play. Maybe they're not going to have as many possessions or many plays, right? And so the props are fun as hell, and so many people dive into these, and they just naturally want to take as many overs as they can, and it's way more fun to root for that. But just think of how you think the game's going to play out, and then maybe make some prop decisions based on that. Just very basic kind of 101 prop level advice. Is that fair?
I like it. Yeah, well, and to that point, I heard an interesting piece from Brady the other day ago, and what he was talking about, since he knows a little bit about the Super Bowl, is that the Super Bowl is 4 hours long. And you really have to look at it from the pre-warm-up to the first half is really 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then the back half is 2 hours. And the point that he was making is that defenses in the second half of the Super Bowl yield more yardage and more points. So if you're looking for maybe some secular bet to take the over in the second half, or position yourself to take a player that might excel in the second half, it's because the defense is wore down from this 4 hours. That's not what I say. That's what he said, and it made sense to me. So
I like it.
Seems like a popular pick right now too is the take Philly first half.
Yeah.
Kansas City game.
And just to finish up with that, Dan, he said that because you have been off for 2 weeks, your adrenaline is just off the chart. And some people inexperienced during the pregame will already burn himself out. Now you come to a 2 hour first half, basically, if you add in the entertainment, and they're just wore out in the second half. So, I don't know. But, I to me, if the Eagles don't have more than a one-score lead with a couple of minutes left,
You got to be up 2.
I'd say the Chiefs are going to win the game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you say I'm up 12 points with 2 minutes left, I'd say you might have a chance. But if it's inside of a touchdown, you might as well just go to the car and head home.
It's kind of like Brady against the Falcons, right? It just seemed like you could see it slowly unravel, and you're like, oh, Brady's. Hey, do you want to talk props or?
Yeah, for sure.
Are there any that jump out to you guys?
I pretty much just make the bets you tell me to.
Oh.
Frankly.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'll mix one in on a weekend, and almost uniformly the guy gets one catch instead of,
Yeah.
I can pick who's going to have a bad game.
I mean, you want to look at some good value, right?
Yeah, value's good. Okay, so
I like looking for somebody not a quarterback to win the MVP.
Is there someone? There's a guy.
Obviously, Barkley is.
Yeah. Sirois, I'd be curious your thoughts on this, but
yeah.
So I think sometimes people like picking a defensive player, and you can do that, but I would stay away from the D lineman because you need like a guy who's going to have a touchdown, and that's more likely to be a defensive back. But
you're about to pull. We're going Cooper.
No.
Oh.
I mean, do you want to wave that flag, and I mean that'd be a big one. You could. There should be a prop like will the MVP be white?
I got to be honest with you, like. The way things are headed, like looking around and the year that white men are having right now, like I feel like Cooper DeJean might be about to win a Super Bowl MVP at a secondary position. Just keep riding the wave. But no, I would not put money on that.
A guy I like, and I'm just looking at Cooper DeJean, he's at plus 14,000, so you can make some.
That's not that crazy, dude. Like Larry Brown won a Super Bowl MVP by just getting, 2 picks and 1 pick six, or did he house both of them? Both got housed.
And then what did Malcolm Smith have 2 when he won it?
What you would need there is you also need Hurts to have his 180 yards pass, not really a crazy passing game.
Yeah.
And you need Philly to win, obviously.
Yeah. I like Xavier Worthy. I mean, he's only plus 3,000, so it's nothing extreme. But, I think of guys, all right, if the quarterback's not going to win it, then you obviously need that guy to do something big, and it can't just be like Kareem Hunt with 2 touchdowns but having 63 yards on 18 carries.
Right.
And Xavier Worthy's got a big play type ability, and I think people value the big play more than they do, the incremental kind of move the ball down the field play. So if you want someone who's not a crazy afterthought, but that decent odds, plus 3,000, you can make some money. I like Xavier Worthy.
What's Kelsey at?
Kelsey's at plus 1,600. So you could play the narrative and people wanting him to.
Kelsey has big games in the Super Bowl. He's hasn't had a huge playoffs or anything.
You know, I mentioned
But
Dallas Goedert.
the
He's
thought
plus
that he's
7,000.
going to retire after this game, I don't know if that plays into him positively or negatively.
Yeah.
Like, does the Taylor Swift effect have a negative effect on people possibly voting for him for MVP? You know,
Just because they're tired of it?
yeah,
Maybe.
Because obviously he's in the news, everything. I mean, there's obviously Taylor Swift props
Yeah, I'm sure they're all
for
over.
the. Will there be an on-field proposal?
He wouldn't do that, right?
Oh, well, obviously they got to win.
Yeah.
I don't think so, and I think she would be upset if they didn't have it coordinated.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
if she didn't have a what? What'd you just say?
I said coordinated. What
Coordinated. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear. I don't have headphones on. But I like listening to you, but I don't have headphones on.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You can borrow mine.
No, you're good. How about, okay, real quick.
I'm right next to you.
This just flashed into my mind. What about mid-game proposal?
Okay.
Touchdown. Dead serious. Take a knee. Either someone else.
Look up to her.
Point and open a ring for real. I mean,
Again, they'd have to be up by 3 scores.
probably
with,
very comfortably.
5 minutes left.
And then, like, force a Kelsey touchdown that.
Well, the refs will make sure that part happens.
Oh, there we
Follow
go.
the money.
What if he does that and they end up losing? Like, he scores to put him up 14. He's like, I'm feeling good about this.
I think that would be the peak of American culture.
That would
That'd be
make my
amazing.
night.
And then Taylor does an album about it.
Yeah,
and
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know Taylor Swift props?
Let's hear him.
Yeah, for sure.
Will she be on during the national anthem?
Of course. Can you stop real quick? Do you remember when the Sirois bros had the greatest inside information of all time?
Absolutely. I was going to ask you about that.
No, it's been a couple of years.
Yeah, I think we've lost that connection.
The timing of the national anthem.
Yeah, we used to have friends who, let's just say, I'll make up a job, catered.
Just any
and
job.
would be there during the
during
rehearsal.
rehearsals for the full official rehearsal. And every year they would run the clock
time it out
on who's ever singing the national anthem to the second, and then they would let us know. And be like, I've already heard it. One year I had the audio. I literally had the audio of the perfect rehearsal.
There's nothing wrong with cheating.
No, hell no. No.
Everybody who knew Mike Sirois.
That's my dad, by the way.
There's nothing wrong with cheating.
Lessons and life.
You know what?
Nothing wrong.
You know, it's nothing wrong with that. That's a great
It was awesome. It was like a few years in a
I
row.
wish I'd have known you before now.
I know,
National
sorry.
anthem.
Will Taylor Swift be shown after his first reception? Kelsey's. Will Travis Kelce do the Taylor Swift heart hand celebration?
That feels like a yes.
And what are the odds on that? What do you?
It's just too much for me.
Yes is minus 600. Oh, you don't want to hear any Taylor Swift stuff?
This one says, will she squirt?
What?
What is that one at, Dan? Is it a... Oh, it's... Okay. Looks like...
All right, that's it.
Sirois heard that one. He didn't need the kid. Yeah.
See, I feel like
onto
this...
the county. He's like, $2.
It's not good value, but what will happen first? Taylor Swift shown live during the broadcast, or either team scores a touchdown. I think the TV networks hear the complainers like Chappy and will not make it a point to show her early.
Man, I think they don't. That's a good thought, but I think they don't overdo it, but they show her once before there's a touchdown. You know?
Okay.
Dude, she's the most famous person in the world. Like if she's there,
she is pretty famous.
I think the default is wait until he gets a reception.
Man, but dude, how many people that are just watching? I can't wrap my head around this, but people who do it are going to watch a football game because they want to see her there having a good time, makes them feel good. How many of those people want to wait until like 3 minutes left in the first quarter? Like they may not get the ball first. Here comes Philly on a 14-play drive. It takes 6.5 minutes. They get the ball back, and now they're, it's not like he's not their offense. So I don't know.
But I feel like not showing her until
We're
Kelsey
spending
does
way
something.
too much time actually debating.
Sorry. I just said I'm a guest. I don't know. You get the topics.
What are your favorite props then, Chappy? You do this?
No, that's not really his game.
Well, I lean on some props, but, I'm going to look more into the second half. And, I think Hurts will score a touchdown in the second half. I think there'll be some point where they're down there in the red zone where he's going to go in. I know there's a prop for that. But I'm putting all my chips in the middle on the money line Eagles. So, the props are fun. Vegas, we used to have just tons and tons and tons of props. But, really those are more just eye candy. They're hard to hit. They're really hard to hit.
Jared's good at them.
Yeah, there's some value out there, but I will say the second half points, there's some value to that and who's going to do that. But, I tell you, I made my bet the day after the last games, and it hasn't moved since.
Because you thought it would?
I thought it might, but I was convinced after I'm bullish on the Eagles now. I wasn't totally with them, but I saw, it's not going to change much, so I might as well get 1.5 points. It was too expensive to buy another point or 0.5 point. It was like minus 130, 140, so I said I'm not going to do that. So, yeah.
What do you got, Jared?
A really random one that I really like. Noah Gray under 1.5 receptions. I know that's kind of obscure, but that's one I like where like the juices was all right. If you want to play some of like the, will this guy get an interception, touchdown? I like a Jalen Watson interception at plus 2,000. And then I really like I don't think he's like a great player, but they seem to really love giving it to him. Down inside the 5-yard line, Kareem Hunt. I like a Kareem Hunt touchdown. You get plus money on that.
Yeah, because they don't do a tush push or something with
and
Mahomes.
their quarterback doesn't really run.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that 2 touchdown game. That's not really his bit. He doesn't typically do that. What
But
do you
I
like,
do
Mike?
think there's a nice, Kelsey or not Kelsey, Mahomes. What's the Mahomes carries prop?
5.5, I
Is
think.
it 5.5? Because he is average, or during the playoffs, he's run plenty.
Yeah. I almost always go unders. Now, I wonder what Chappy or you guys think about this. Take Prize Picks or any of these. Like, what percentage of bets on any of these props are over versus under? I mean,
especially you're talking about Super Bowl specifically when you get everyone betting.
It doesn't matter. Anything.
I mean, definitely more overs. But
because he roots for stuff to happen.
I would think 80% almost of every damn over-under bet is the over.
And whatever it typically is, I bet that percentage is even more extreme for the Super Bowl.
I agree.
It's not fun to root for things not to happen.
So I've been on a kick the last few months of just kind of unders.
Yep.
Even when they suck and they hurt, and yes, they're not what you're cheering for. I just think there's value, generally speaking, on unders. But I do like over 5.5 rushing attempts for Mahomes. But I got my favorite one here, and I did a bunch of research on this. It's minus 300, so it's a little expensive. Chappy, I want your opinion. Will there be a 4th down conversion?
You think?
Right. I think it's the most easy
What's
bet
that
there is.
pay?
It's minus 300.
Yeah.
But there has been
will there be one?
Will there be one? Will someone convert a 4th down? It's almost like they haven't adjusted the odds for old football versus now. I mean, how many times are there someone going to go for it on 4th? 4?
Well, I thought that would have been in your own territory. You're just saying that's anywhere.
No, anywhere on the field.
Huh.
Minus 300.
So
5 Super Bowls in a row, there's been one. 7 of the last 8 Super Bowls, there's been a 4th down conversion. The last time there was one was that New England Rams 13-3 snooze fest.
That's an excellent one there.
Minus 300.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to put...
Dude, even over 2.5 is plus 115.
For over 2.5 4th down conversions?
Yeah.
And the only thing I'd say is that Kansas City's not typically a huge, so they're probably. But I mean,
but you're going to get it from the Eagles.
Yeah,
because 3's a lot.
Well, but that goes back to what we were saying earlier. Think of how you think the game's going to play out. If you think the Eagles are going to run away with it, then maybe that's not the right bet. But if you think it's going to be closer, they're trailing, then maybe that's the right play.
Yeah.
I'll wet the beak.
That's 2 good ones. That's a good research.
We're here to help.
Must be those glasses.
You don't think it's the hair? Chappy's twice while you guys were talking just looked at my hair.
No, it's not the hair.
Transfixed.
It's it brings me back to Miami Vice. We talked about this.
Oh, he's
we were on the road quite a bit getting here, you and I. So yeah, we come in all the way hot out of Albuquerque.
We had a lot to talk about on our
it's kind of hard
helmet, microphone, and headset.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Got to do it.
Oh my!
Got to do it.
Just because of. You would feel stupid if you didn't.
Yeah.
Which is the way I put a fair amount on.
And it's what I want to happen.
Right, but
Yeah,
you hate to root against what you want.
Yeah.
I put a fair amount on the Chiefs against Tampa Bay. I remember. And as I recall, that was kind of over kind of early, right? I knew
Score might have been kind of close, but it never felt like they had a chance.
But still, I think the betting's just the whole psychology of it is stay away from Mahomes, stay away from Reed, stay away from number 87, stay away from Spags and his different kind of defensive schemes. But on paper, the 22 people playing for the Eagles are collectively better than the 22 people playing for the Chiefs. And that, I don't care who's playing outside the lines, in the middle of the field it's going to be different. And I think you're going to see a game just like you did, and I'll leave with this. I think you're going to see a game just like you did 3 years ago with the Bucs. I think that's going to be too much for them to overcome. Don't forget, they only lost 2 games, and they really only lost 1 game because they had their scrubs in on the last game of the year.
Yeah, against Denver when the
right.
Dolphins needed them to win.
That's exactly. That burnt me too. I'm glad you're bringing that up.
To get in.
But, okay, they've won, but they have not looked good winning. And when you come up against right now, collectively, Philly's defense, they're working as one right now. If you watch what's going on in their backfield along with that line, I think that may be the difference.
I'm going to also just sprinkle a little here on Chiefs to win from behind plus 170. Because if they're going to win.
Is that a category?
Yeah.
On the hub?
Do you have MVPs in front of you? What's Devontae Smith?
Yeah, let me pull that up. Here, while I stall. Hey, there are a couple other props I like while I stall and try to get this for Sirois. Xavier Worthy under 5.5 receptions. I think that's more big play than volume. I like Dallas Goedert over 4.5 in part because I do think it's going to be a close game. And I think they will be in kind of a throwing game script. All right, Mike. So you want MVP. Who are you looking for?
Devontae Smith. Devonta Smith.
I got plus 6,500. But
65?
I'm seeing plus 6,500 as well.
And he
had a big Super Bowl 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, I just think Casey's going to go nuts trying to figure out Saquon. Good luck.
Yeah.
And if they are going to focus on a receiver, I think it'll be AJ. And I just think Devontae, next thing you know, has 2 touchdowns. And
if you want to take you brought up Saquon. So I think I saw his last rushing prop at 112.5. If you want to take that, that's not going to go down, right? It might go up because there are going to be a lot of overbets. Wait till Sunday. I don't think that's too bad of a play. Like I'd be interested. There's so much momentum on Saquon, and he might burn you because he's maybe the best player in football this year. But I do like there's a combined rushing yardage prop between the two teams. I just want to make sure I have the number right. At 286.5. I like the under on that. I like the combined rushing yards at under 286.5. But again, on any of these unders, they're almost certainly not going to drop. So if you're going to take an under, wait, because you're only going to – it might not make a difference, but you're only going to help yourself as we roll into Sunday.
Yeah, I'm sure 1 yard won't make a difference on an over-under that I bet.
Never, right? Never happens. Yeah, never.
That's some good prop advice from Jared there.
Yeah, for sure.
This is financial advice.
If you want overs, jump on it now. If you want unders, you can wait a little bit.
Look at that.
So in the end, you're taking who?
I'll take the Eagles, but I really like the under.
Okay. You're obviously on the Eagles.
I'm 110% Eagles.
I don't care.
You're not. You're just betting props.
Yeah, I'm betting a few props. Squares.
Fucking around.
Pounding ETs at your house.
Are you going to man the squares again at our house?
I know.
Or is that Cash's game?
That's Cash's bet.
Okay.
He's very good.
Cash is doing his Super Bowl party this year?
Yeah.
So
can we set up a live remote from the Cash Super Bowl party?
We should absolutely check
100%.
in. Can he do that? We can just do it on the phone.
Yeah, he can do it on his phone 100%.
Okay. I'm going Eagles. You're lone guy going the other way?
Yeah.
Or what are you doing, Blake? You betting on this game at all?
No, and the frustrating thing is, however it turns out, you're going to say to yourself, I should have known better. It's either Mahomes late at the game, and you're going to say to yourself, I shouldn't have bet against them.
Right.
Or the Eagles.
Three-peat, of course.
And you're going to say, they were the better team.
Yeah, then if the Eagles, if the Chiefs can't get the Eagles off the field at the end of the game, you're going to think, well, yeah, they had the best rushing attack all year. I shouldn't have bet against them. So that's why this game is frustrating, and I'm not going to bet on it.
What's the Argyle line this weekend? The women's?
The girls are off until round 1. I don't know. I'll check.
Hey, give me a buzz if you get it.
Yeah. Let's play.
Okay.
Can you give us some insider info?
Argyle versus Granbury.
You're right over there by my house.
Don't trust that one girl shooting free throws late, though.
Wow.
She'll make the important one.
That was tough.
Yeah,
Kennedy tied it. Okay, that's all we needed.
Yeah, I was the only one that mattered.
I'm going to play the Z-Man over.
What a jerk.
So you got the weekend off, huh?
Yeah,
I mean,
kind of.
From high school sports.
Yeah.
You notice how when he's not beaten down, he doesn't tell us, like, hey, I'm feeling good and I don't have a lot going on?
No, he only talks
It's
about
always just, man, I hate working for you guys.
the tough time.
Like, this place sucks. He's never like, oh, a free weekend. I'm enjoying my life.
The difficulty of being Blake Jones.
Clayton told me the other day his whole goal right now is surreptitiously to get Blake to enjoy something.
He looks like he's having fun to me.
And I told him to leave me alone.
That's what I would tell him too, Blake.
He was having a great time when he took like a 20-minute break.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what?
I couldn't find him. We're trying to get back on.
Let me tell you something. He's the glue that holds this thing together.
Says who?
And then I sit down, put the headset on. Hey, where the fuck
Well,
is he
see?
been?
Hey,
Yeah, I'd rather go hang out with these people.
you don't have to take that, Blake. I don't.
Okay, well, you can leave.
That I am leaving.
All right, there we go.
Chappy, everybody.
Yeah. Bye, Dad.
I see it, too.
That's my ride. Wait
Yeah,
for me.
you have to go too? Or?
Are you like really leaving or just dramatic?
He's really
headphones
leaving.
off.
Yeah, he's really.
We're probably going to take a break.
Nah, I got.
Yeah, so I guess. See you later, buddy. Talk to you.
We can keep rolling or we can take a break.
Who's halftime? I'm sorry.
Kendrick.
Okay,
Love
that's
you.
right. That's right.
Coming back there. Yeah, I mean, you know, whoever it is, people are going to complain about the sexual or
the wardrobe.
the content. Yeah.
Wasn't he the one in the beef
Yes, he was
earlier this year? Is
the one in the beef.
Is there conjecture over whether he's going to do any of those tunes?
Yeah.
Oh, he'll do all of them.
Will he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. I mean, dude, the other day at the Grammys when he won the award for whatever it was, it might have been for song, for Not Like Us, for Record of the Year. You had, like, the entire theater, including, you know, Taylor Swift and whoever, just rapping along to a song about Drake being a pedophile. And the whole theater's like, A minor. Like, he's going to do that song at the Super Bowl.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. It's a big day. You would love this. I'm really coming in hot there. He accepted his award in the Canadian tuxedo, just to mock Drake a little more.
Why? Is that what Drake?
No, he's just from Canada.
Oh, okay.
You know the denim on denim, like jean jacket with jeans. You never heard of that referred to as the Canadian tuxedo?
That's the Canadian tuxedo, really?
You've heard that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Kelly, Julie's husband.
Oh, yeah, by
he's
the
wearing
way.
one right now.
Former Stars video coordinator Kelly Forbes is here.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
By the beer and the pizza.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Just being kind as hell to everyone.
That guy rules.
He's so cool.
It's like sod.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you meet somebody and you're like, what's the deal here?
Yeah.
Why are you so nice? And then they just seem to genuinely be that way.
Consistently for years. And it's like, well, I guess the shoe does not drop.
Yeah.
You're just a nice person.
Yeah, nice people are weird. That's probably why I like Blake.
Yeah.
Because he's not that way.
Yeah.
Always
Nice
kind of
people
bitter.
are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just don't understand it. Like, why are you nice? Nothing to be nice about. That's why I like Danny. He doesn't like anything.
So what do y'all want to do? Break it or keep it going?
You want to just, like, do news and stuff?
Sure.
Well, then. Whoa.
Jesus.
Wow.
Is my audio not up? Oh, here we go.
With the Dumb Zone.
It helps to hit your button.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Look whose mic works.
All right, we're going to start with this story. Apparently this is something that's fairly popular on TikTok right now. TC told me about it.
Is it the thing where you walk on crates and then it might fall down?
The milk crate challenge?
Yeah. No?
No.
The cold water dump on somebody else?
It's been a while since we had a good challenge.
Yeah.
Hasn't it?
Yeah.
Should we invent one for a charity challenge? We'll call it the charity challenge.
Oh. Yeah.
We could do it on
We're
On
over,
a different
you know,
surface, some
fuck-
kind of different surface.
We're
Let's do it on.
overdue. We are. Like, they came in a flurry. We always had one. The kids
Yeah.
were being very creative, breaking their legs.
What happened to planking?
His mic doesn't work, huh?
What happened to Batmaning?
What happened to
T-bowing.
Blake's doing something. Anyways.
Duffnering.
No, this was not a
T-bowing.
This was not a TikTok trend, but it is something that's developed on TikTok. We have the case of an American woman. I believe she is from New York. She's early 30s, and she was involved in some sort of what seems to be she was catfishing someone in Pakistan. So you have a 32-year-old American woman. You have this 18-year-old male in Pakistan, and she's like selling herself online as like, hey, I'm a blonde white lady. We're getting married. I'm coming to your country. We're going to get married. We're going to have this life. She actually does it. She goes over to Pakistan, and she gets there, and the guy, 18-year-old male, and his family are like, what the fuck? No way. And that's because she's a 32-year-old black woman. And they don't take that well. So they're like, get away from us. They abandon her. You know, she's planning on staying with them. They tell her there's nowhere to stay. You need to leave. She refuses to leave. And by that, I mean not just leave their property, leave the country. So she's been there for a few weeks now. And she's held like impromptu press conferences. She's talked to the local media. And dude, there's just like a 30-something-year-old black woman from New York. Tell me this is not a Tyler Perry movie. Who's just in Pakistan, and as they try to tell her, like, no, she's like, why? Like, we're all mature enough to acknowledge it's hilarious this is an American black woman.
So LaFonda goes over there.
Yeah.
But under the pretense she said she was a blonde lady.
I think that's what I heard, is that she had used those pictures, right? Like that she had said, yeah, that she's there to get married, and now she's just like snapping in the face of like the Pakistani government. They have no idea. They're like, what is this?
And she's starring in the Real
But
Housewives
is this
of
a real
Islamabad.
turnaround, though? Is it usually Americans getting catfished by Pakistanis online? That's the way I would think of it.
I would watch the shit out of that.
Out of what?
The Real Housewives of Islamabad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like by an
What are they gonna
18-year-old
complain
high
about?
school kid.
He's not high. I mean,
Everything is
you know,
great.
you got to think of an 18-year-old there is different than here, but still.
I'm hungry.
Was catfishing a poor older lady or something.
No, I think it was the other way around. And she got there, and dude, I'm telling you, she's given press conferences. She has made demands of $20,000 up front and $10,000 a week from the Pakistani government. Why? I don't know.
Not to leave?
No, she's like, if I'm going to stay here, I need $20K up front and $10 a week. And they're like, well, we want you to leave.
I don't understand any of this.
Yeah,
because they're just like, we don't know what.
She's camped out in a parking lot at an apartment complex, and they're telling her to leave, and she's like, no. And she, in the news report I saw, it's hard to hear because it's a very hectic project house, and she's like, I'm not leaving. They need to fix the power in this apartment building. This ain't right. She's like, this apartment building's run down. These people are living in squalor. They need to get somebody down here to fix this.
They need to get somebody.
And they're like, this is Pakistan.
So
Like,
they're happy she's there, though. She's an advocate.
somebody's happy
On their behalf.
but
yeah.
the rest of them are like,
She's bringing her American complaint system to
yeah, that's
Pakistan.
the thing. Is it would you just take that version of an American and put it somewhere else?
Y'all need to get somebody down here to fix this.
Yeah,
And
it's
they're like,
the funniest thing ever to me.
they're so thrown by everything that she says.
Have you guys seen the story about the kid at UMass who completed the layup three-pointer half-court shot?
No.
So this happened the other night. Sparsely attended college basketball game, and he knocked down all three for $10K.
That's it?
It's college basketball halftime, you know? So he makes it. The few that are there
That lady
gathered.
in Pakistan would be bitching about not getting $10K for the layup.
And this guy had a little bit to bitch about because after he made the half-court shot, the school sent the tape of that to their insurance company.
Oh, no.
Oh, toe on the stripe?
Toe on the line.
No way.
Yeah.
For the 3?
For the half court.
For the half? Oh, my God.
And you can see on the video, like, he does the leap with a foot on the line.
Yeah.
He's not, like, 2 feet over. He just takes off from the half court line. And UMass had to put out a statement like, let's see, we appreciate him taking effort to this. It was a women's game. After the contest, we informed NOAA that we would share the footage with our insurance partner as the next step. After their review of the 4 camera angles we provided, they determined the half-court shot was disqualified as it was not taken behind the half-court line. So the first thing they did is they started offering him, like, gift cards to the student union.
Yeah, like in and out a week for a year.
And this is one of those cases where the angry mob worked because people were like, no, fuck that. And a day later, he's getting his $10K from UMass. The insurance company's not paying for it, but like Frank Martin, who still coaches apparently, the men's basketball coach at UMass, like got on Twitter and said, hey, we're going to make this right no matter what.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it was going to end up being a bunch of tickets or something like that.
I mean, that's what it was yesterday. It was tickets, meal cards, and go get a hoodie.
Like the kid who got the Paul Skeens card.
Yeah, he got screwed, right?
No.
Or they made him that offer and he
They
turned
were
it
offering
down.
him season tickets to Pirates games for 20 years.
They were Nico and he was Palenka.
Yeah, there you go.
Gosh.
Yeah, so he's...
No name? I didn't say the name.
Didn't say
Thanks,
that.
Jared.
Well, I haven't heard this yet. Hang on.
The thing is, I only made 3
The
of
Dumb
these.
Zone's understaffed creative department has issued a Luca-free Friday alert for the Haas Moto event presented by Fair Lease. Don't check the blind Sirois. A kid is not missing in a city you've never heard of. Just no Luca talk. Man, this is a lot of motorcycles. We now resume our regular scheduled programming.
I only made 3. wasn't really planning on needing him.
Don't check the blind Sirois.
Dude, you know how hard it is to get AI to learn your name?
Hard?
It's impossible.
You have to phonetically spell it, right?
S-I-R.
I tried phonetically spelling it. Yeah, I did Roy, Sue Roy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that
Mike
effort.
Sirios.
Yeah.
But anyway, the kid lived in L.A.
So he's like, what am I going to do with these game tickets?
Yes, and who's Paul Skeen's girlfriend?
Livy Dunn.
Livy Dunn, who got rizzed up by
Baby Gronk.
Baby Gronk.
Yeah.
There's a guy here that looks like Groobs if Groobs had his shit together.
The guy walking away?
Yeah, the red shirt.
Anyway, she also she tried to sweeten the pot by offering him. She would sit in a suite with him for a game, and I thought that sucks. Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
You got to go Haynes, right?
Yeah. Minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point?
Or he's like a 12-year-old kid, you know? What if I show you my boob? Just one.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you one boob, or like 10 seconds of looking at me naked.
In the suite.
Yes.
I
wonder if he'd take it.
If he was like totally by himself, he had to decide by himself with no advice.
Yeah. No lawyers around.
No parents.
Right
he
now.
Just has to decide.
Make this decision.
And he's like,
if you were like 12, what would
he
you
has
get?
the card and just hands the card over. The answer is yes.
No, dad not allowed to get involved at all.
Right.
No wisdom.
10 seconds of a titty for
titty
for $1 million card.
Who says that word?
But he's
12-year-olds.
They're taking it to auction and they think they'll get like $1 million. So,
did you guys see that the big man signed another? He's really signing a lot of stuff.
The big man?
Yeah, he's put a stop to this transgender athlete issue once and for all.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's been a big thing. It's been happening a lot.
I know. I saw someone here. I'm like, what's going on? What are you?
Uh-oh.
Oh, somebody actually sent me from their college that they work at the other day. I can't put the image up, but you'll put like a third stick figure? What would you call what's on the bathroom to signify male or female?
Yeah.
There's a third one that has half dress on one side and no dress on the other. Like, you know, the dress is just kind of like a pointy out Christmas
kind of
tree
flanged
type
out.
thing. Yeah. Yeah, so they've got the sign up there at your woke colleges. Just to
Well, I
let
told you I was
know.
at a restaurant in South Lake, and it was basically a unisex bathroom.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's a bunch of those.
I was just surprised
Yeah,
because I went.
they're on airplanes.
Yeah, everywhere. They're in
Yeah.
my house. Because, I went to the bathroom, and then I'm washing my hands, and then out of the next stall over, a lady walks out and starts washing her hands. And I thought,
You just got so hard.
oh, my gosh, yeah.
Did she offer to show your titty for 10 seconds?
Yes,
I was
please.
uncomfortable because she, I just knew she was probably attracted to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt.
I mean, I was there. I was just done.
Yeah.
Like, I was ready to roll.
It's close.
Yeah.
Ready to roll.
I somewhat like.
My hands are clean.
I'm not there yet. I know I will get there. But I'm envious of, like, when I hear Dan's stories about just going anywhere, like the way that he's just always sort of kind of falling in love. Like, everywhere he goes, he sees, like, a chance for a spark. Like, it's not that I'm not horny, but I don't go to Walgreens ever and leave thinking, like, maybe there was a chance there.
Well, it seems
to happen to him a lot.
But it's for Dan, I think it's more a yearning for a connection with these people that work cash registers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not necessarily like I'm horny.
Which is
I don't
weird
know, I
because he
think
doesn't
that
want to talk to anybody.
I felt something that transpired between the two of us when I picked up my Mr. Gaddies.
Like
Mr. Cat.
It's not. I don't want it to happen, but it's this animal magnetism I have
Yeah.
that just attracts others to
I feel
to
it.
me.
Have you ever gone down the aisle at a grocery store that you you don't need anything in that aisle, but
But I saw someone.
yeah,
at the
you saw
end.
that silhouette.
I would.
This is usually called stalking.
That's why I won't say yes.
It's light.
Because of guys like this.
Yeah,
This is
narcs.
yeah, this narc over
I mean,
here.
I don't know. I have not done that, no.
Me neither.
Yeah, no, me either.
Hold on. I'm not even talking about someone that works at a grocery store. You've never looked and like, oh, this cereal, I don't need it. Wait a second. And you see someone.
Yeah, maybe I'll walk down there.
Yeah, I'll see like if the Lucky Charms have anything
then
like
you're just
special
like-
going on.
Yeah.
Then she turns around, but it's like a dude with a great ass and long hair.
Yeah. Okay. Bravo, my man.
Some dudes have great behinds.
Yeah.
I will admit
don't
that.
I know?
Thank you so much.
Or
Apple
like-
bottom.
or-
we call it Walker ass.
Because I'll see the hot wrist on outside of
I know you in the hot wrist.
of a car window.
Yep.
And then I'll speed up.
And your heartbeat
it's
starts beating a little
and
faster.
Yeah, and then it's a dude.
Yeah.
And then I get more excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can't say. I mean, I don't think I've ever made a turn down an aisle at a grocery store to
Will you
scope
ever
out-
speed up because of someone's license plate or something? You're like, okay, I got to see what this person looks like.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But if you go into a grocery store and you're on the same shopping pattern as someone, right, and you continue to cross paths, you start to create in your head some sort of a relationship.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know.
The next thing you know.
And then the fronts of your carts just accidentally touch. Oh.
Right. Oh. Or you can't. You try to. Oh.
Yeah.
Can I have this? And then you do it again on the next
Yeah.
aisle. And it's like,
It's getting weird.
It's just a wacky occurrence
Right.
that keeps happening.
Look, I'm Dan.
Look, I'm Dan.
Yeah, the rest of these stories are sad and kind of suck. So, yeah. We'll call that the news. We'll find out what happened today in history.
Oh, man.
Fantastic.
You don't have to clap for the news. It's just a regular thing. Did you get a coffee?
Why are you ending already?
Did you get some?
20 minutes, wasn't it?
Did you get some motorcycle coffee?
No.
Oh man.
I'll go get some.
All right.
Then can we hear Danny's motorcycle song?
Hey, you think we can book that lady?
How about no?
Oh,
Went to
no one ever
Pakistan?
gave me that song.
What do you want? You want the motorcycle song?
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's all
Let's
yours.
book the lady in Pakistan. I think she's actually headed home.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think the last report was she's headed home. I'd love to get her on. Remember when we talked to Shovel Girl?
Shovel Girl.
You did talk to Shovel Girl.
I was thinking maybe
Years
she would pick
later?
games this year.
Would motorcycle song been, I don't know, in December of 23? Does that sound about
The
right?
window's fairly small
Yeah,
for
you're
where
right.
it could have aired.
Small.
I just want to see if we have any more
Birthdays?
viewer mail birthdays. And as a matter of fact, we do. So let me give you a couple of those.
Okay. Man, I can't tell you
Which-
guys how much I had to go through to get my dad here today.
Really?
You know, I don't ride out there.
Yeah.
More of a 2-lane guy. 2-lane, back road.
Was he nervous?
Yeah.
He did it, though.
Yeah.
What if he said, there'll be people here and
They'll
you'll
talk
be
about it, yeah.
you'll be on a live stream? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I'll do it. Let's see. Friday, February 7th, viewer mail birthdays. Let's see. My husband plays the Dumb Zone each day after you drop a podcast. While I won't be attaching a picture of my tits.
Jesus.
Skip.
X. Red X.
Here's a G-rated picture of my family.
That's kind of weirder.
And then she writes, Dear Commander of the Clit, and the rest of my husband's friends. Wesley celebrates his 31st birthday today. While I can handle something special in the bedroom, I implore y'all to make this a memorable moment for him as he listens in. This is from Rachel Chatham. Chatham. All
right, here's what I think we should do. Take this audio, and we're going to count down from 3, and then we're all going to make like the O noise, and then they can sync it up. And so right when they're finishing up, he can make the sound with us.
Oh.
Like, oh, you know how you come.
Yeah, cum noise.
No, that's your noise?
Cum noise.
You have that noise?
Happy birthday.
His leaders are Vita Sirois Pillow Collection, Julie's Gluten-Free Pizza, and Blake's commitment to flipping the field.
How are the pillows? Like, are they good pillows?
They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Okay.
It's a fucking pillow. You
Dude,
know?
it's
like,
fabric with foam in
not
it.
bad,
It's
yeah.
what do you want?
They make bad pillows.
Yeah.
More female POV Blake, more Uncle Hotmail, and more random local comedians / firefighters that build their bit around incest hypotheticals. Happy birthday, Wesley, from Rachel Chatham.
It's probably Chatham.
Chatham. Want to see a picture of her family?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, slide that over here.
Weirdo.
Look at that. Okay, howdy, Dan. Please shout out my husband, David, for his Dirty 30 birthday.
30. Let's get some morgues.
Birthday week.
P.S. for Jake.
Oh.
This is from Tori.
Hot name.
Yeah.
Like laboratory? That makes it hot? We went to the...
No one, and I mean no one was thinking that.
We went to the 420 event last year at the Alamo. As our group was leaving and coming down the stairs, Jake happened to be going up. Well, right then our friend fell all the way down the stairs in front of him. The first thing Jake said was, man, I wish I had gotten that on video. That caused the rest of the group to burst out laughing while our friend lay on the floor in pain.
I forgot about that.
That happened?
Yes, I forgot about that. It was like the two-way stairs up and down. Like, I've, outside of a movie, never seen someone do like a
how far half
fall,
like all the way down,
halfway to
halfway.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Carpeted stairs, or
I don't remember.
It was a lady.
Yes.
She says,
I think so. Yeah.
Help.
Jake, being the good dude that he is, immediately helped her up and asked if she was okay.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Shit!
He then slid his hand in her pants and tried to Mark Cuban her. What does that mean? Didn't Mark Cuban do that? That was an alleged thing.
That was an alleged
many
thing,
years ago.
That he did a.
It doesn't say that Jake did.
We call that the puppeteer.
Yeah, that was the allegation was that there was a puppeteering.
The Jim Henson.
The old,
You got Henson.
You got Henson.
Ouch.
Also, David loves Run the Ball Blake because of how much he personally relates to him. My husband asked me to include a picture of me for scientific purposes for Dan. That's from Tori.
He has all of your pictures that you've ever sent to him.
Mm-hmm. Pasted up against a wall.
25 years. Yeah, like what's the movie that I watched, the comedy?
Happiness?
Happiness,
yeah. Good morning, Dan. Happy Grease the Crease Friday. Writing in to wish my young hot wife, Hannah O'Gorman, a happy and blessed Seth Curry birthday. Her leader is Run the Ball Blake.
God dang.
Just racking them up today, fellas.
She'd like to hear Dan ask a Buffalo cab driver where to get tail, the unedited version, for a drop request from Robert O'Gorman. Do you remember what year that was?
No chance.
Okay.
No chance.
Like, I don't know what I would have labeled it.
Buffalo, what was my first guess?
Yeah, it wasn't that, though.
How
Do you
about
think you have
cab?
it? Jake's going to find that for us. Dear Dan, this is my Randy the Manster White birthday.
I think it's this one that says 2015
Yeah, it's very-
February 6 Buffalo Pussy Bit Unedited. I think you actually labeled it extremely well.
A lot of keywords in there, bud.
Like, you're a very organized person, you know.
Can you play it or me?
I think Blake's got it.
Yeah, let's see if this will play.
Okay. Pause it. So, we're in a van with members of the Dallas Stars, like, what would you say, PR staff or
The PR staff,
Yeah,
the
communication.
TV staff,
Yeah, okay.
the producers of the TV, like everybody who's in the truck. Ralph was there.
when we would go on Stars road trips? Yeah, the players go do their thing, and then
Right.
we hang out with all the behind-the-scenes guys.
Right.
Nerds.
Yeah, so we were going out to dinner, and we had this long old bit, which Gribble first pulled off, correct? Where Gribble, we made Tom do stuff, and it was you get in a cab, and you have to just say, "Hey, where's a guy go to get some pussy around here?"
Yes, I love it.
And then the cab driver will
He knows.
usually tell you,
Right.
because that's apparently a common question. But so we did not set up the rest of the traveling party.
Right.
Were you in the band?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you didn't know it was coming.
No, I don't think I
Bob
did.
certainly didn't know.
No, if anybody did, I might have, but yeah.
Yeah, if anybody knew, I would have told you.
Yeah.
Because Bob would have given me the.
Yeah.
Dude, that's not so. So I decided, you know what? I'll do the "Where do you get some pussy around here" bit with the whole traveling party of the Dallas Stars and see if they'll like it. Hey, so where's a guy go to get some pussy around here?
Buffalo, outside of Buffalo, different city.
Outside of Buffalo?
Toronto.
So all the guys are like, what the hell?
They're just arm
Okay,
in.
How about Cleveland?
Sounds quiet.
Yeah, they couldn't believe that I did this.
You said, how about Cleveland? He said, I don't know, man.
I'm surprised Ralph didn't pop up and go, I was about to ask him that.
That was, that.
They laughed, but they muffled. It
Yeah, I
sounded
mean,
quiet.
dude, you know those jobs,
Yeah.
especially the PR people. They're so uncomfortable with
Yeah.
everything. It's like nobody here can get in trouble right now.
Right.
You can let loose a little bit.
What's Sturm do?
I mean, he always thought that stuff was funny once it happened.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like on the lead up to it, he's doing everything he can to prevent it. But, he's on board.
Yeah. He wanted to know where that was.
And you notice the main thing, the cab driver, not surprised at all.
Not at all.
He's like, get the fuck out of Buffalo.
In stride.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it's a crazy thing to ask.
Yeah, but for him, it's like, it's just like, what's still open for food here?
Like, dudes definitely
Yeah.
ask him where to get drugs.
Yeah.
Prostitutes.
Let's see.
Let's see.
By the way, this
Funny
is some
word.
other stuff
Where's
that came
that
up
guy?
when I was searching.
I gotta
Kimmel
do.
cries about lions because he's a pussy. We should just do a whole segment on our labeling.
Well, I like to have keywords.
Like,
yeah.
and the funny part is, like, some words, like, you don't type it. Like, even us, like, you're like, all right, this guy dropped a racial slur.
The
but
N-word.
we can't put that in there.
Yes.
C-bomb.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Anyway, I was prepared to tell you my drop requests with witty vagina names, but I've been listening this week, and the Luca talk is killing me. I will never understand Jake. He has a son that was born with no skull, is now thankfully
We
doing
only
great.
had 3 of them.
He just got out of rehab, and yet he obsesses over the results of local sports teams. His behavior in the den during Cowboy live streams make listening to them impossible. He's a lost cause. But you were the guy I could count on for making fun of this kind of behavior. You could laugh at a grown man in New Jersey, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he then says, you're crying and losing sleep because the local basketball team traded a whiny, fat, spoiled, petulant...
Yeah, I was going to say, you should have been playing this years ago.
Fucking light.
I didn't know about the light. I'm going to be honest.
The department has issued
I didn't know anything about the
alert for the
light.
Haas Moto event presented by Fair Lease. This alert will be
All right,
in effect
well, then I'll just write
from
the
2
well a
to
little
4
too much
p.m.
on this
Friday,
one by
February
time
7th.
five.
We now resume
I like
our
it.
regular scheduled programming.
New people tuning in all the time.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
true.
internet.
I like it.
More Blake, non-sports talk, news, bits, and whatnot. That's what this guy wants. Anyway, this is Matt. Happy birthday, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, man.
And dear Uncle C-Bomb and A-Hole Effer.
Why?
Day 2 DF here. My leaders are Wire Will.
Hey, Wire Will's here somewhere.
Wire Will.
Wiring stuff up.
And Jake for bravely tackling his demons heroically with a lot of inspiring courage at Rick Perry's family's old hunting lodge.
No.
The hell's that mean?
Is that where your rehab was?
No. The rock that had that written on it was not there. You don't remember that? You've seen it?
It's in my hometown.
Clayton.
Happy
Country
birthday
Clayton.
to my platonic friend Melissa.
Yeah, right.
Oh, come on.
It's
yeah.
platonic because she doesn't want to fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. I love Dan, the Cleveland area radio guy, moved to Dallas to land his dream job only to give it up to do a podcast in his garage with his buddy while his daughters dunk on him.
You
From
don't
Daniel
remember,
Deemers.
You don't remember the name of the hunting
Ooh.
ranch?
Oh, no.
Would you type that in the Dropbox or no?
Whoa, no.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
And they turned that into a rehab. Who
No,
knew?
I didn't. It's not there. It was at a hunting lodge, though.
Uh-huh.
Many of the animals still roam these grounds, junkies. If you're quiet at night, you can hear the screams of a million fentanyl addicts.
The Dumb Zone
Want to do this?
Yeah.
Today in History.
Yeah. What are we doing at the end? Are we going to break before, or are we going to have closing remarks? Who's coordinating that? Blake, talk to us.
Don't we have a special guest joining us?
I mean, is it coordinated? Are we ready?
Yeah, 2:30, I think.
Oh.
Or whenever, I don't care.
Someone from Haas Moto.
Okay.
Scene already emailed me and got my dad, caught my dad getting free pizza to take home on the way.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
Are you referring to me, Dan? I'm here.
I'm not.
Here I am.
I assume you'll be here.
Oh.
I'm referring to guests we don't usually have on.
Hey, Heart
Is
Attack
Roy
Man.
still there?
Yo.
You look like an extra from a Burt Reynolds movie.
Thank you kindly. Sort of. How do you see me? Wait, are you here? Is this call coming from inside the building?
Uh-oh.
You'll never know.
Uh-oh.
Today is Friday, February 7th. Are you noticing, that there are cameras set up everywhere?
Just now,
no?
actually.
Oh, okay, all right.
Literally just now.
I can put you on my computer.
The funny thing is he dressed up not knowing
that
there'd
whole
be a
witness,
camera.
that whole witness protection plan thing is not going to work out
Yeah,
that
put
well.
it out the window. There are 7 cameras right in front of me. Didn't notice one of them.
You're not wearing an undershirt under that sweater?
No, this one's mesh.
I like the see-through parts of it.
Mesh.
This one is mesh.
The question wasn't what fabric is that sweater. The question was, are you wearing an
No,
undershirt?
he's not. That's
No, I'm not wearing an
skin.
undershirt. That's skin.
And look, he's got the stripe here, the horizontal stripe
For his
that
nips.
just
For his
conveniently
nipples.
covers the nips.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have
Everybody knows
a little nip poking
Roy
here
rarely wears
or
underwear.
here. I wish you had real saggers so they
And when he
were
does,
down
it's
here.
often
No.
something
Yeah.
unusual.
I have a body similar to Triple H.
Preferably mesh.
Okay.
This part is mesh. The nipple part is not mesh. You're right.
Right.
Was that out on purpose, you think?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's breathing.
How many days till opening day? How many sleeps?
Gosh, I can answer that. I saw a tweet about 50 2 days ago, so maybe 48. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
It's 1 week until I leave for Arizona for 5 weeks, so that's all I'm really
When's
thinking
truck
about.
day?
1 week away, you leave?
I leave Friday until March 22nd.
Oh, shit.
Mike, it was already truck day, which is a big,
We already had truck day?
Already truck day, yeah.
They had to turn around. Oh, crap, we forgot the rosin bag.
Should we do some spring training this year?
Why did you guys go to spring training?
God damn it, Randy, where's the rosin bag?
They got to El Paso and had to turn around for rosin.
There's on the side of the road, like boxes are out. They're like, fucking.
What are they doing spring training these days?
Surprise, Arizona.
And
You guys should
the
go
rest for the pitchers round.
Don't.
A lot of
Why
good
not?
memories.
I'm fine with it.
Why not?
A lot of good memories
I'm fine with
from
it.
Peoria. Surprise.
I feel like we've already told
Yeah, I'm
that.
sure you have. It's not like it's
we had
hidden.
to have already told that story.
Yeah.
Which one?
Have we?
That was Norm's friend.
This is
Dave.
Yes, Dave.
Yeah.
His fantasy baseball buddy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
like
You
worked
used to
in
have to print
baseball.
out. Yeah, you used to have
Yeah,
to-
like a helping team. Or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
Actually. When he passed away, and Norm brought his ashes to sprinkle about the Rangers facility. And he wanted me to. It was just me and him, and he wanted me to make a video of the spreading of the ashes, like to send. I don't know, Dave's family or the rest of the league.
It was 100% for the rest of the league.
For the rest of the GTFBA. And I'm like, yeah, of course. And it was emotional. It was nice, but it's Norm. So.
But I'm going to call my friends right away now and make fun of you.
Yeah. So we got down there real early, and he tried to talk to whatever the name of the guy who runs the actual fields in Surprise. You probably know him. Got all these arms twisted to get out there. He's like, just go out there early before anyone else. So we're out there right at sunrise, and the hot air balloons are going up. It's beautiful. And then, he puts on a little show and puts some around home plate.
And he's like dressed like Norm. He has dress shoes, slacks, dress shirt, and the cane. And he's sort of he's sprinkling ashes in the batter's box.
Yeah, directly in there.
And at some point, he has some left, and I guess he's kind of decided he's done. And he solemnly looks at the camera held by Mike and goes, "And now the rest for the pitcher's mound." And there's a cut, obviously, while Norm walks to the pitcher's mound, and then it just fades, and now he's all of a sudden on the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, and just a little poof.
And he just dumps the rest of it on the pitcher's mound. And the final cut is Mike took a video of Norm in the press box throwing the cup away.
It was a little box. He'd already thrown it away.
Throwing the cup away.
So I got the last shot.
I'm sorry, pal.
Over Norm's shoulder. Again, sunset, mountains.
Beautiful.
And then framed as the final shot. And then I slowly panned to the trash can. It just has the receptacle sitting on top of Norm's crumpled up Arizona newspapers.
2 hours later, when they're playing a game at 10 o'clock in the morning, Rugi Odor's up there just fucking digging in to the box. And he's got ashes.
Yeah. There's extra dust flying up, and he's kind of shushing it out.
I'm not going to be able to not think about
that. That's what he would have wanted.
And
hey, could you bring some more dirt up to the mound here? They got the big.
There's still.
We spray this mound down a little bit.
Yes, still there. There are molecules of that dead man in someone's cleats in Cincinnati right now. It's
now
true.
And rest in peace, Dave.
That's
right.
That's why we told that story. In memoriam.
So it's Friday, February 7th. On this day in 1943, the government announces that wartime rationing of shoes made of leather goes into effect in 2 days, which would limit consumers to buying 3 pairs of shoes per year. You were only allowed to buy 3 pairs of shoes per year in 1943.
They must have just obviously been burning through them because the quality was bad.
In 1943, allowed, you were entitled to buy 3 pairs.
But for 2 days, you probably went out and just bought 100 pair of shoes.
Yeah. Your whole closet.
So they didn't have
colors.
rubber soles?
Well, that's what I'm saying, because 3 pairs of shoes, I don't buy 3 pairs of shoes a year.
A year?
No.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I buy 3 a year, maybe 2, but no.
You're not a sneaker hooker?
I am, but if you take 15 years and multiply it by 2 or 3, I have 30 pair of Dunks. And
do you throw away shoes?
I haven't bought 3 pairs
in a while.
in a 5-year span.
And the only reason you bought one recently is because us and your daughters were making fun of you.
Right.
You still wearing those orange ones, or? I like those. I think they're cool.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I saw them the other day.
I moved off of those because of
You got shamed?
Well, I went to Clemson and we had to do a pregame thing on the field, and she didn't want me to wear those shoes on the field. So that's why I bought these shoes in Clemson.
Daddy!
Yeah.
No.
Where are we? On this day in 2021, Tom Brady leads the Buccaneers to a Super Bowl victory over the Chiefs, 31-9. On the Buccaneers' home field. Is that the only time that's ever happened?
That was the first time, and
team,
then the Rams did it.
It happened again with the Rams?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, you're right. That was way more lopsided than I remember.
I just remember I don't bet very often, but so I put a fairly sizable amount, realizing that nothing could stop Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And I knew I had lost very early in the game, which is not a bad way to go.
No.
You know? And on this day in 2023,
then you can get to your favorite foods for the big game.
He's been thinking.
Yeah.
It's not a decision you just make willy-nilly, Jake.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe buffalo chicken.
This day in 2023, LeBron passes Kareem to become the NBA's all-time leading scoring leader. You know what I'm saying?
The leading scoring leader.
He had lots of points.
Yeah.
Go on.
My dad said
I just remember being pretty grossed out by that.
Though.
Like they stop in the game and the whole thing. I don't know. Felt like another reason to hate
Well,
LeBron.
the thing is, though, he didn't want them to do that.
Yeah,
he was like, no, all right. Okay.
Felt gross at the time.
Yeah. Oh, I did it? I wasn't even keeping track.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I believe, in fact,
Crept up on me.
if I remember my history right, he was humbled by that.
I think he said that.
Oh.
Just instantly.
That kind of knocked him down a peg. Today's birthdays include former Maverick Steve Nash is 51.
Damn.
Don't see him much.
That reminds me of a current situation. Oh, never
thank
mind.
you. You don't see Steve much. From a guy who was a coach,
two-time MVP.
He was doing soccer on television for a minute.
Yeah. Champions League,
Yeah.
it was like 8 years ago, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was like a special.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was like when Kyrie and
didn't
KD
remind you
hired
of
him,
Luka?
right? Nope. I mean, one day Steve will coach, one day I'll coach. Like, whatever, man. Is he? Well, I'm going to tell you that he is the worst multiple MVP ever. Like, if you look at all the multiple-time MVP winners and then look at their stats, you're going to say, why was Steve Nash ever the NBA MVP? Give me a call. Juwan Howard is 52. He's a coach, right?
Michigan.
He'll punch you in the
No,
face.
he's
No,
out.
he got
I was going to
fired.
say, he's got fired.
Yeah. He's an
Oh,
assistant
I'm thinking
somewhere.
of Josh Howard.
Yeah, he's
Josh Howard's a
UT
coach at UT Dallas.
Matthew Stafford is 37.
Not University of Dallas, right?
It's like
No.
it's UNT Dallas.
You're right.
Like the
That's
Dallas branch of North
Yes,
Texas,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't even make any sense.
There's a Dallas branch.
Why does there have to be a?
UNT?
Is there a
It's like 5
Las
minutes away.
Colinas branch?
Yeah.
What is the point?
Matthew
Lockheed
Stafford, former
UNT?
Highland Park ticket club member, right? Is that what they say?
Yeah. Seems like a good dude.
Do you have any famous friends?
I've heard. Can't place it, but he played.
Former Ranger Scott Feldman is 42.
I think he has a wife that does a podcast or something.
Yeah.
Scooter Feldman.
Former Cowboy Morris Claiborne is 35.
Didn't Scott Philman used to smoke Ron Washington cigarettes or something?
There were rumors.
What?
Yeah.
And then he got Yu Darvish to smoke with him.
He's a partial tribe member, so I support whatever he does.
I think we
Hard
asked.
times like these.
I think we asked. What's his name? Matt, the reliever.
Bush.
No.
Not gonna.
What was the other?
Harrison.
Mike Adams.
Mike Adams.
Mike
I think we asked him about it. He's
About
the one who told us.
The SIGs?
A lot of them would steal menthols from Wash to piss him off, and they would just be smoking them like somewhat in front of him. And then when they got you to do it, it was hilarious because of course it was.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas, 36.
Making a comeback.
He
Once traded for Kyrie.
Owned Jordan.
said he wanted a Frosty.
They said they just wanted
That was
Frosty.
that's the worst. It's the Luka trade.
Hit
Dude,
it.
we've got it.
Will you stop making the siren go off? Those lights hurt my eyes. Mike has
It is.
epilepsy.
Shocking.
Robert Smigel is 65.
Good
Great.
Lord.
Is he
Absolute-
Comic the Insult Dog?
Yeah, Triumph.
Triumph.
Triumph the Insult
They had a
Dog?
ton of other stuff.
Ambiguously gay duo. He wrote a bunch of stuff that wasn't
I got
cartoonish.
I was at the Billboard Music Awards with him, and he's doing Triumph. So I like hung out with him, like right next to him for over an hour, doing Triumph.
Wow.
And befriended him like on the thinnest level, but enough to where he needed me to go up to his room in the hotel in Vegas to get his box of CDs because Triumph had an album out, which is fucking funny as hell, by the way. And I've never heard anyone other than me like listen to
I
it
need to hear that.
or enjoy it.
What does
Yeah.
he do?
Does he like play
He
drums?
sings dog songs. He has a song called Underage Bichon.
Let's find this right now.
Dude,
Would you have done anything he asked you at that point?
100%. Unfortunately, he didn't join me in his room, but I ran up to his room to get this box of Triumph CDs, and I did. And right next to it was like 2 other backup Triumphs.
Oh,
Like
really?
sitting on the chair, yes, with a little stick for the hand and a box of cigars. Like
Incredible.
the Triumph headquarters was right there, like on a chair in his Vegas
Oh, my
hotel
bad.
room.
And they were
God,
just
yeah.
straight backups. They weren't in different outfits or
no,
they
I
didn't look different.
pretty sure they were exact same Triumphs just sitting there. And I
If
looked
he'd
at
have came
him.
into that room at that point, you would have been his.
I would have been his.
Were you
just straight to
was
my
that
knees?
the first time you realized that Triumph wasn't a real dog?
Yeah, when I got up to the room. That's what I was reporting. Guys, it's a puppet. But it's pretty cool to see like two backup Triumphs and watch him do his thing.
That's better than the Joe Buck story. Like
It's
you
not
actually,
real.
Isn't that kind of cool?
Joe Buck wouldn't give you his room key,
Jared
No.
can't
right?
stop catching strays.
No.
That was just an innocent story. I mean,
It's just nothing. It
do
was
you
just-
miss
it was
this?
chatting.
I mentioned Joe Buck to just explain how low on the
He's
totem
gonna
pole
do
I
it
am.
again.
I can't believe this story warrants a second.
It doesn't. But then
Second helping.
Dan is like leaning over, and
Have
Jake
you guys
and
seen
I
Quicksand in
Jake and I
person?
are like wondering, what are you doing? And Dan's like, dropping names. I'm just trying to think of the. Like there was a whole like dramatic performance. Like he was inspired by Jeremy Piven or something.
That time might have been better.
Jeremy Piven looked great the other day. I mean, his hair is looking really swell.
He was one of the first.
We
to go for the
debated whether or
transplant,
not
right?
Yeah, we needed to bring up the hair.
On his podcast, he did live spots for
Hair
stuff. So I don't know.
So I guess I could suck it.
James Spader, 65.
Okay. Blacklist. Good.
I like him. I think I like him.
Yeah. Super cocky, but
Sex Lies and Videotape was a good movie.
Oh yeah, I can't
Less than
stand
zero?
this guy.
Yeah, Robert California.
Bad on The Office.
Robert California.
I'll save this one for Jake. Let's see. Chris Rock, 60. Comedian Eddie Izzard, 63.
I got dragged at one of his concerts. It's the Majestic.
I had a beer with him at the Landing.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably the
He
same night.
Showed up. He showed up at the Landing after his show.
He's big cross-dressing
I was
No, he was just regular dude.
in
the Landing.
his performance.
I was very
Yeah.
scared of him as a child.
Yeah.
Like they would run him on Comedy Central, and I'm like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Why am I getting
Why
aroused?
am I so turned on?
Is he one of those dudes that's totally opposite off stage?
Danny? I didn't see. I only saw him on stage where he was dressed as a woman.
Yeah, he was just a dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you recognize him because you know it's him.
Yeah.
And he's got an accent, but
Yeah.
other than that, just like the most normal human. Wasn't even trying to be funny.
I don't think I really know who he is.
Weird.
Pretty famous.
Like Boy George, but comedy.
Really funny.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And that's when he's trying to be funny.
Tina Majorino is 40.
Hey!
Deb from Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh. Which one is she?
She's the one that's taking the picture.
She's side pony.
Oh, really? She's dead?
Deb.
Oh,
Deb.
Deb. She's dead.
She's
What is
40.
she? Is she the cow that got shot by the old man? I don't know. Shoot that fucking cow.
And then in our
she was a big girl.
our Jake birthday corner,
Oh, good.
Is there an open for this?
It's Ryan Dunn or
we have 2 today.
Bucky Lasik or
We have Garth Brooks.
Shit.
Wait, so he's alive? He's
Yeah.
the one we just. Who's the one that's dead?
Toby Keith. No, Garth. It could be a big Garth weekend.
Paul Walker.
Didn't you just get like a Garth?
I got In Pieces on vinyl.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey, listen, anytime you guys want to just lift your spirits, watch the Standing Outside the Fire video.
Is that the one with his son running track?
Yeah, it's
okay.
It's curiously not Garth's son, but there is a son who has Down syndrome, and it's like a don't give up message, and it's what passed for trying to be sensitive in 1994, but it ends up just being a kid with Down syndrome trying to run track and it not going super well for him.
Yeah.
It's a very, very good video.
Is it like
incredible?
There's a house on fire for some reason. I don't know.
The kid finished the race, though?
He got up.
A distant 8th?
He got up and finished.
He did not win.
It's an inspirational video.
But yeah, so Garth's
He wanted to make it believable.
He's like in the stands.
in the stands playing guitar and stuff.
It's
and
really
then
weird.
The kid's dad hates him at first or something.
Yeah.
And then he runs out once he falls on his face.
No, that helps.
And they slow-mo it, too. So you got like a kid with Down syndrome just
Whoa, you literally,
But the kid
you literally see the cinders going into his skin.
It's bad.
The kid thought he won.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Isn't that what really matters?
Also in Jake Corner, Ashton Kutcher, 47.
Wow. Big day.
Kutch.
Not only a doppelganger, but then he marries a lady 20 years. Like, you're like, wow. This is kind of
my guy.
Like, I could see that.
Yeah.
I
Get that
remember
all the time.
I'd still do Demi Moore. Oh, my God.
I don't know if it's good or not, but at the time, I liked it.
Wow.
Did you guys ever
Was
see?
that me? I'm sorry. I lose my inner dialogue.
We would all do Demi Moore.
Did you ever see the movie Butterfly Effect? Like, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I thought that was a good
maybe
movie.
I don't think it is now if I watch it now. I don't know.
It's just too deep, man. You and I are just...
Yeah. Born in the State Now Dead, Charles Dickens.
Book.
Charles Chicken.
Cider.
I just like the idea of exclaiming that anytime you hear
The Sale of Two Titties.
book. Okay.
And Milt Holland, he is credited with creating the sound of Tinkerbell and the sound of Bewitched when she would
Oh, yeah, the sparkling little
thing twitch your nose or something.
Yeah.
Like,
what an artist.
Stay with me here for a
Here's
second.
the
That's what I was going to
Elizabeth
say.
Montgomery
Like, oh,
switching
he's known.
notes.
Like, you
What an
had to have
innovator.
been in the field.
He lived
so
80
seemingly
years.
did
Right.
lots of other stuff.
But the only thing that you've ever heard of is
That's
those two
right.
things.
That's tough.
Danny could hold his breath
That would be
and
like-
create those sounds by the time he exhaled.
That would be like if when Sirois' career is over, the only thing they remember him for is being the on-track MC for Dragon Brag with Rich Phillips.
the one thing that... That's all it says. 20 years from now,
Yeah.
it's a podcast.
As the officer
That
of the
works
drop
for
and
me.
Rich Phillips just throw it down to Sirois to interview Glenn from North Richland Hills.
Also
There's
starring
a souped-up Honda.
Also starring John Michaels.
Were you as
Those were
Tank?
fun days.
Were you as Tank during
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't smoke the
infield?
giant joint that John Michaels tried to get me to smoke before we went on the
You
air.
did or
Those
didn't?
were fun.
I
Dude, it was
didn't.
Friday night radio at a racetrack.
It was fun, and my only
with
job...
Rich, John Michaels, and Mike Sirois.
It-
I would come into work at 9 or 10 for the overnight, and I'm like, this is going to keep me awake all night. Like, this is fun.
I would just monkey wrench everything, and I'm like, "That's, I guess, we're cool with. That's what you're doing." I'm like, "Rich, be honest. Your whole life, how many hamburgers you think you've eaten?" And then he's like, "It's an Oldsmobile, and it's got a 260 in it." And I just wouldn't stop, and they would just ignore me. And I was just
that was fun radio.
I
for
really
me.
kind of loved it.
I loved it.
Dead on the Stay Still Dead, you have Doug Henning.
No!
Magic.
Ooh, it's an illusion.
No.
You have Joseph Mengele,
Oh, the angel of death.
the Nazi concentration camp doctor who died in the year 1979.
Wow.
Wouldn't you have thought
Let me guess.
they'd have taken
Buenos
care of
Aires?
him?
Dude, he flew free.
Is that a Buenos Aires death?
Probably.
Beautiful beachfront home.
By quite a bit, he outlived Picasso.
I don't think they were ever able to find him. He got away with all of it.
So he got away with that, huh? The only man that was able to hold Michael Jordan under 20 points.
Joseph Mengele?
Died on this day. No, Dean Smith.
Dean
And died on this day in the year 2000. Big pun.
Get that shit out of here. Get denied.
And block your shit into third row.
You kind of saw that one coming, big pun.
I will not allow. The
But his
lane
name
is not open.
it wasn't that he would have funny little quips, right?
No.
It was Punisher.
It was not a size of.
And starting center for the LA Clippers at
rookie.
6'3", Joseph Mengele at 79 years old.
Hi, Jared.
I ate the whole pizza.
Are you out, Jared? Oh, you're getting kicked out?
Same.
For the spot? Okay. Are you
Dingo's
sure these
leaving,
people don't
too.
want to talk to you, Danny?
No, I got to go, bro.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I got to go get some pussy. Word of the day.
Hey,
right?
Hey guys,
What's
save
happening?
me a
There,
poke.
Jared.
Thanks, dog.
What's next? What's the
I think
deal?
we're doing closing remarks, but
Okay.
I think Blake is coordinating this.
Yeah, sure.
know
Boys,
what's
you have
going
a
on?
good weekend. I got to split as well.
All right, bye-bye.
What do you got? What's your
Love
pre-kin?
you.
I have no idea. I have no idea what's happening.
Well, you take the lead.
Shut up.
Oh, look, Julie's joining. What? Oh, this is. All right. This has been fun.
Oh, stay, Wank.
Huh?
You
You
better
hang
sit
out.
right there.
I'm not. Well,
You will sit right there.
I was gonna get a beer.
Get it and come back.
Okay. Yeah, that's empty.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just making sure.
I'll be right back. I left my preferred beer in my Jeep, so I'm gonna go there and get it.
All right, so let's do some closing remarks.
Closing.
Yeah.
Hey.
This is Earl Young, correct?
Hey.
That's correct.
Now, what is your relation to the Haas Moto Museum?
Well, Stacy's my daughter.
Okay,
My
Stacy,
eldest daughter.
the owner
The owner.
of. Okay. And is this are you into this stuff or no?
Since she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not a gearhead?
No, I wouldn't classify me as a gearhead.
Our copy points indicate this is a gearhead's dream.
I have a lot of faults, but that's not one of them.
Okay.
So what are you into?
Well, right now I'm into Earl Young's foundation, Earl Young's team, and what we do is go to universities mainly and hold stem cell drives. We like to increase the awareness of the need for stem cells, and that came about 13 years ago when I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia and given 3 months to live unless we found a match. And my twin, lived in Offenburg, Germany, and she was the only one out of 22 million that matched my immune system.
Wow.
So it's very important to me that people understand that your body has twins out there. And one of those twins, or a number of those twins, may end up with a lousy immune system, a blood cancer, and need a transplant. If you check my immune system today, my blood is no longer A, male, that it was for many, many years, for 71 years. It is now O, female.
You transitioned.
I transitioned big time. A
Wow.
legitimate transition.
Are you allowed to use the other bathroom? Or?
No interest.
Okay.
Nothing changes except your immune system.
Okay. Wow. That's wild.
But that's a story that, like you're admitting right now, it's a story that people don't know.
Yeah.
And yet you have the capability of saving a life simply by giving your white stem cells to a person who has is a match to you and has blood cancer. And if they don't get that, they will die. Now, only 4 out of 10 people that could survive with a matching transplant find that match, so 6 die while their match is in here enjoying the day. Has no clue.
Crazy. So how does it? Go ahead, Dan.
No, I was just going to say this is what inspired you to do this.
Nearly dying, yeah.
To create this foundation.
Yeah, this is my life. This is what I do 24/7. We have registered 33,000, and we've had shortly, the number will be in the next couple of weeks, be 150 people that are alive today.
Wow.
Because it came out of those 33,000.
That's crazy.
So is it like donating blood?
It's very similar. Yeah, they put you
you put a needle in here, your blood flows into a centrifuge, and your stem cells are taken out in that centrifuge. The rest of the blood goes back in here. You get up and go home. They take that bag of DNA to the patient, plug it in like a transplant. That flows into the patient, and the patient who has had their immune system destroyed by chemo prior to this, you destroy all the bad guys that you can, and then put the new cells in the person.
Wow, that's fascinating.
It's fascinating.
So it's like donating it's like plasma, because I've done that in college for money.
Good example.
Yeah,
Good
because
comparison.
they put it back in you and it's cold and it feels bad.
You bet.
I only did it once because after I did it, I called my grandma and told her I did it, and then she mailed me money.
Okay.
So that's a good trick.
It was enough, yeah.
If you ever need a tip on how to get money.
All right.
So is this the sort of thing like if you were to go give blood, is there a situation in the future, or why isn't it the case that when you give blood they would just do that?
Wouldn't
like
that be wonderful?
Register you?
Yeah, just
wouldn't it be great if
register
it was
a fingerprint
or on your driver's license?
How did they even
something?
find this lady in Germany that
she had registered? They had a stem cell drive over there. She went and registered.
Okay.
And by registering, she just identified her DNA. So they knew where to go. They knew out of 22 million that were registered at the time, as I said, she was the only one that matched my need.
Wow.
So it's as simple as life and death, isn't it, guys? It's
So there are other matches for you out there, you think, but it's just that we don't register everybody.
They didn't register.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah, that's really interesting. I never knew this existed. I mean, you always hear about stem cell research, but
that's my point.
That's all I
my
read.
Point.
That's as far as I read in the article.
People in here are hearing it for the first time.
Yeah.
And again, it's so simple. It's no big deal. Number one, we just swab your lip, and that's what gives the DNA, and that goes on file. Then, if you're lucky enough to get the call to save a life, you go through a procedure I talked about, like a transfusion.
Okay, so that's all you have to do.
That's all you have to do.
Okay, to get the just to see
to register.
To register,
you just
you don't
swab.
have to give blood or
3 swabs and a registration form.
Okay, now what is your? How do people find out about this, or how to do it?
You go to earlyoung.org, and it tells you all you need to know.
earlyoung.org.
And if you want to hold a drive, if you have a church, if you're part of a fraternity, sorority, whatever,
hop in. You're yelling stuff. I can't hear a thing. You're going to turn those around. There you go. Does this one work, Blake?
Team.org.
Is this your daughter?
earlyoungsteam.org. Yes, that's my daughter.
Okay. This is Stacy.
Yes.
Everybody.
Thanks
She
for
owns
having
this
us,
place.
Stacy.
Are we allowed to ride these around after the...
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
They're rolling sculpture.
Okay, so correct your dad. What's the website?
Sorry, Dad. earlyoungsteam.org.
Earl Young's with an S.
Yes.
Hey, you want to get to the fun stuff?
.org. Sure, I don't know.
I think saving lives is pretty. Oh wow! He just went ahead and broke out the medal.
Okay, so he pulls out a gold medal. What year was this one?
1960. Stacy, pass it down.
1960 gold medal.
Jeez.
Jake, I want you to test this for the veracity of the.
I feel suspect to even touch it.
Your fingerprints are on it now.
Yeah. Oh, I'll touch that thing.
Did the?
I'll keep it.
The necklace part come with it?
That's the only year they put the necklace on. Don't you think they would do that every year?
It looks really cool.
Great touch.
Wow.
It was in Rome, so it.
That was the same year as Cassius Clay.
Now, did you go up and hold up your fist, or no? That was a different
no, different
situation.
Day. Different day.
Okay. What was your event?
I ran the 400. I got beaten the 400. I got 6th in the 400, but we won the 4x400.
Okay. Wow. Who was on your team?
Otis Davis, Glenn Davis, and Jack Yearman.
Okay.
Glenn won the 400-meter hurdles, and Otis won the 400. So we had 3 gold medalists on the team.
So I understand that you knew Bob Hayes?
Oh, very well.
Okay. How so? Just
friendship.
Same team?
When he was here in Dallas, we became friends.
Okay.
Guys who just like to run.
Fellow Olympians?
Gravitate together. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, great guy. Great guy.
So as far as it's host a swab drive? Like we could do this even. We could have an event. We could have
absolutely
the proper technical specs out there.
Absolutely,
to collect
we're looking for age 18 to 55. Churches are great places to hold one. Like I said, universities. We just held one at Kappa Sig at SMU. We're getting ready to do all the fraternities and sororities at SMU, and we're going up to Texas Tech here in a few weeks. It's nobody turns it down.
Right.
They just say, "Well, I didn't know." You bet. Let's register.
So you were a sprinter.
Yep.
Do any other sports in high school?
No.
No.
Just
they didn't try to recruit you to
very linear.
be a wide receiver?
No. Well, Philadelphia did, but I didn't think that was.
What do you mean?
It wasn't that kind of money back then. We're talking 1960. This was 1962, and they said you need to come up and try out, and they give you a little bonus and so on. But
did you go?
No.
You'd never had pads on before, right?
No.
You don't start that at that part of your career.
I had other things I wanted to do.
Okay, but that was pre-Bob Hayes then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's something the Cowboys did, is drafted him in the real late rounds, something like that.
Yeah.
Did you get drafted?
No.
Or they just called you?
No, just called me.
Said, hey, he's pretty fast.
Yeah. Come up here and give it a try.
Yeah. Back in the day when
some of the guys did. Glenn Davis did. Glenn played a while, I think.
Oh, really?
And yeah, but it was not my goal.
Run from A to B.
Yeah.
That's your. That's how you liked it.
Yeah, put up a finish line.
Just get there.
And I was anxious to get off in the business world and do other things. So,
what was that like back then? Because even today, they will say, "Man, the Olympic Village cramped," or just it's a wild scene. The beds are uncomfortable, things like that, weird stuff. But how was it?
I was a 19-year-old sophomore at Abilene Christian who had made the Olympic team.
You were not complaining about anything?
I didn't complain about anything.
Okay.
Now, the Pan Am Games down in Sao Paulo, Brazil, it's a little different.
A little different.
more flies than food. But there were some great experiences. They took me to Moscow to run against the Russians. Like I said, took me to South America. Track and field was good to me. It was. It's still going on. Look, I still get to bring this out and tell people about how to save lives. So it's a piece of my life, no question.
Wow. And what a life.
Stacy, you want any final remarks?
Closing remarks for us
as we close this out?
Thank you guys.
We
for
appreciate
being here.
you for having us out here.
It's been fun.
This place is wild. We still have any pizza left?
That's a good question.
Okay.
I don't know. Probably.
Well, we appreciate you having us out here.
She didn't kick us out before it was over.
Not yet.
I was slightly worried.
Nope. Happy to have you here.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, thanks. Nice to meet you, Earl.
Thanks, guys. Great to meet you.
EarlYoungsteam.org.
Well,
this is fun, boys.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
Fair Lease Navidad. Fair Lease Navidad. Fair Lease Navidad. Drive now, pay later. Fair Lease Navidad.